Alrighty, everyone, welcome back to round 2 of the IndyCar series presented by Sabai Technology. We are here for Long Beach Street Circuit. Super excited to bring you some more action. I'm your host, Millsy, and there is a lot going on right now. We have a full driver lineup here tonight. We got 16 drivers competing tonight. It is going to be super exciting. So, right now we have practice going on, so this will give me a little bit of time to run through a little bit of some housewarming things. First of all, we have some stories to bring you since round 1 began. We have 5 new drivers at least competing this time out. We have rookie Stu, who is one of our main drivers right now, running in second. He is making his debut for CanAm VRL. Very excited. He's a very fast driver, so we're going to be having him in the top of the competition. It is going to be a good day indeed. We have another rookie, Ratha, who has joined us. Super excited as well. He is new. He's making his debut as well as Stu is, so we're excited to see him perform. And to talk about a few more stories, we have a large field. We have, like I said, 16 cars competing tonight, and that is going to be keeping things very interesting around the streets of Long Beach. 2 miles, 11 turns, and not a lot of overtaking opportunities. Going to see who has the best right foot, and that is going to be interesting indeed. So, and speaking of that, of the larger field, we have some returning drivers to the Project Cars 2 League, including Anamara in the number 11 Chevrolet, Kaladin in the number 22 Chevrolet, and Nurek in the number 9 Chevrolet. As well as both Stu and Ratha are both running Chevrolets as well. Numbers, I did not write them down, so I kind of forgot. But that is not to be worried about. It's going to be very interesting to see. Another one of the big storylines, as we saw, if we pull this one, we'll look at the point standings really quick. As you can see, Power absolutely dominated at COTA. He won from flag to flag at the race and also secured the maximum amount of points possible for himself, giving him 54 points. The question is, can he do it again today? That is one of the biggest challenges, is being able to move from track to track. Obviously, a very different track we have here compared to Circuit of the Americas. Circuit of the Americas has a lot of runoffs. This has none. If you mess up, you're in a wall. So it's going to be very interesting indeed to see how our drivers are able to put this all together. So quickly, let us break it down. We're actually going to do a virtual lap tour right now. So sit back, relax, and we will get right into it with our Sabai Technologies virtual lap tour presented by F1 Racer, our very own F1 Racer. Let's settle down right here, right now, for this lap. We are going to begin on the front straight, coming across the line right now into a very important turn for a lot of people. This is the Toyota turn. Turn 1. Be careful on the right-hand side. Don't get too close to that blue line or double yellows, as that is a penalty point involved. Into the fountain section, which is a very difficult section. We're going to see some action through there on lap 1. Down into the very tight and twisty end of section 1 into section 2 on to the straight. Down to the Takate turn, which is a very good overtaking opportunity if you get a good run. Onto Pine Avenue. Gotta be very careful here not to run wide into this corner. The car wants to understeer onto Seaside Way, but keeping it all together as it's a very long run down to the Firestone turn. Very good overtaking opportunity. We'll see who has the best braking line in there and see if any overtaking maneuvers can be accomplished through the Indy left into the very tight hairpin. Gotta be careful through here. Very patient, and back on to the straight, and to come across the line right there. Fantastic. Thank you, F1 Racer, for his submission to the event for the pre-show. So let's talk about these Indy cars now, shall we? This will be something I do every stream, and sometimes it'll differ. But let's start with the track map we've already talked about. We just talked about but more on the right-hand side of the screen is the tires. So we have 2 sets of tires. Both are mandatory to run. You need to run the alternate and the primary at least once. The alternate is the softer but faster tire, has an expected life of around 20 laps, say some of the drivers on the grid. And the primary, which is the harder but more durable tire, we have 40 laps around there, so to be able to run on those consistently. Long Beach here tonight, we have 80 laps, so expect it's going to be a 3-stop race as long as we stay clean, and that is always a difficult thing to do at Long Beach. We have seen some incidences at Dakota, so this is going to be very, very interesting to see it all break down. So let's start also talking about the Dollar IR12, which is Honda and Chevy. 200 miles an hour is the top speed. We're hitting 60 in 3.5 seconds. 740 horsepower for the right foot of our drivers, and just under 1,600 pounds. No ABS, no traction control, and 10 push-to-pass uses. It'll be very important for our drivers to be able to maintain all of that as practice has come to an end here. We're just going to be wrapping it up here in about 1 minute. Let us see what number. Pretty sure it's number 6. Nope, it is 6. So these are the point standings heading into round 2 of Long Beach. We only had 9 drivers show up last time. We have 16 tonight, and some of our rookies are also on the field who are not listed on the standings. They will be put in as needed for later. So obviously we know Power at the top. It's going to be a big story to see if he can power his way back to first place again, as that is the cheesiest line I'm going to probably use tonight. But beyond the fact we are just getting into our we're going to be getting into qualifying, so let's talk about that really quick. Here is the qualifying group sessions. We have 2 sessions. This is a split qualifying, if you shall say. 15 minutes for the first group, as you can see, which is qualifying group 1. Which are the people who attended the first event. Then there is a 5-minute break, and then we have a 15 minutes for the second qualifying group, which is now going to be very, very exciting. So beyond that, those are kind of the storylines to go on. Again, IndyCar racing is presented by Sabai Technology, an innovator in easy-to-use wireless VPN routers. And now we get on to qualifying. As you can see, qualifying Group 1 is heading out now as we talk. Some information to also bring to you guys. Anamera, one of our drivers for the event, is not going to be qualifying tonight. He'll be starting at the back of the grid because of limited testing. He's giving everyone in front who has put in a lot of time the ability to really push it, but he's not going to be setting a qualifying lap. He'll be starting at the back of the pack. So let us get into it. Super, super exciting. We have lots to talk about, lots to go on. 16 drivers. It's going to be an exciting event. Long Beach is one of those very, very, very difficult tracks to navigate. You have to have a very good left and right foot, especially through here. As we're slowly going to get into everything here, just making sure we are good to go. Also, really quick before we start with qualifying, I got to give a shout out to one of the drivers, Lesson. If you know Lesson, or if you don't, he's actually an endurance karter, and he is competing at an endurance kart event this weekend. So we here at CanAm VRL wish him good luck at that event. Bring home the championship and all that good stuff. And yeah, had to give a good shout out to the guy. He's also one of the broadcasters as well as driver here. So had to give him a good shout out. So anyway, let us head over to the points breakdown really quick here. Apologize for the noises. Not sure why that's appearing all of a sudden. But let's break it down really quick. So obviously you see on the left, everyone is competing for the pole award at the moment, which is the Lord Dragon KD award. Pole position gets 1 extra point. And yeah, that is what all our drivers are competing for at the moment. So let us get back over to this. We will get some audio here in a second. Do not worry, we do have audio. Just very, very loud, so we're going to keep it kind of muted for a second. And that is what we are going for right now. So let us jump in. We have co-caster and director of broadcast, Big Velocity, along with me here for the ride. So let's get back in there. Hello, good sir.
Hello.
You are very quiet.
Oh gosh. Stream.
Oh, that's better. Oh, much better. As qualifying is getting underway here, super exciting. Got the first half going right now. Everything looks good on your end. We're gonna get some volume back into it. Hopefully the volume's good on your end. If it is not, tell me. So we can definitely get into the event now. So we are jumping on board with Crowhop. Let's get that full screen action for everyone here. As we see a very, very tight, wow, that is a tight top of the field. 105s along the board. Oh, about a second to separate the top 5. That's going to be some interesting racing for sure.
And the top 3 are all 3/10 apart.
That is some fast racing. Super exciting.
And we haven't even gotten Stu in there yet.
That is correct. One of the faster drivers we've been told, Stu, he's going to be coming out in second qualifying session. Do you have the stream open?
Yes.
How's the volume?
I have it muted right now, so I didn't hear you twice, but hang on, I will tell you.
Okay. I just want car sound volume. Just double check.
Yeah, I know. Sounds like a pretty good volume mix.
Okay, perfect. Just wanted to double check with that. We're on board here with Crow as the Project Cars 2 camera goes flying up close to that front bumper. It's a very nice mix of drivers up at the top. Very, very awesome to see. We are on board with Crowhop here.
Switch to power.
We're switching over to our good Power, who was very dominant last race out. See if he can re-perform that again. He sits in 4th place at the moment, 8/10 off the pace. But he has some clear track now. Good opportunity for a flying lap. Very, very good. Clean through. Definitely keep away from the wall there. That tire will eat you for breakfast if you let it. Did he go in the wall?
I think so.
Okay.
I thought I didn't really see it, I just heard it.
Just making sure we're... Oh, and he didn't actually lose a lot of time from there, so we could see a little improvement. About 2/100ths improved on his time. Gonna mute or drop TeamSpeak so we have all the good stuff coming out.
Back on Driz.
Back on Driz, and now if we get to the outer camera, outside of car camera, this was one of the last times that one of the issues at COTA was that we couldn't see the beautiful McLaren Honda IndyCar livery. There it is. Look at that thing. Very good choice. Looks very good. Okay, by the way, where we go, Driz looks to be on a really good flyer here, so let's see if he's got the ability. Crowhop's put in a 104.6 as well. He's pushed himself away from the rest of the pack. Now, as everyone's starting to put in a little bit better times, Driz, one of the fast drivers here, And CanAm, struggling a bit, 1.7 off the pace. A difficult track to get right, I've noticed. I've tried driving here, not with any setup or anything, but it is very difficult to get everything balanced and set for a lap to put down a very good time like these guys are putting down. This Driz does not
look like any.
No improvement on time. That is very, very close. As we see the times pop up there, very close between about, let's say, third down to fifth. That's not very much of a gap, but kind of.
Looks like Driz was about 2/10 off his best time last lap.
Okay, so pumping away some good times here. We're on board with good old Doc Slap, down in 7th with a 106.6. The Napa Auto Parts livery. Close to one of my favorites, actually. The only one that's more my favorite is, being Canadian, obviously, the Hinchcliffe livery always looks good to me. As Doc's across the line, no faster from Doc. At the moment. Driz neither faster as well. That fountain section is going to be an interesting first lap. That's what I can say. That is going to be very interesting. As Doc gets very close to that outside wall. That is always a danger of this track. Those tire walls, tire barriers are always going to be playing to hit you out. Any big amounts of understeer, and you're close to the walls. Driz actually in the background slides across the wall, gives it a nice scrape.
Go over to F1.
And Big Boss Man F1 Racer 68 starting a new lap through the fountain section. Clean so far. Keeping it out of the walls as per the need to do in racing. As actually, interestingly enough, Dio has just appeared. Can we get over to Dio? Dio has magically appeared on track.
Absolutely.
Number 14, liveried ABC car. I think Dio actually is scheduled, if we go over to number 7. Dio is scheduled in for the first qualifying section. So we'll see what he can produce here as he's on his flying lap as we go. Very close to the wall, into the fountain section. Whew. That wall scares me.
It's always that, like, in the turn, those bumps on the inside always throw you off.
Yeah, if you hit them, and going a little too fast, you're most likely into that wall. Very close, even getting the camera shaking. Coming out onto the long back straight, down to Firestone turn. I think it's corner, but through the Indy left. It'll be interesting to see as he runs a little bit wide there. Is he going to get around? He is. Oh, no, he's put it into the wall a little bit, but he's going to get away. Let's see what his time is. Definitely some damage. Dio does run a bit slow, but a good midfield battle actually showing up as Crop's gone faster again. As we can see there. So in about 2 minutes time, we're going to have the end of the session. So we're everyone's pumping away at the fastest laps they can produce Frank half a second off the lead with Crow, so we're going to see if he has that ability to put everything together. Very, very fast driver. We'll see what he's got in the bag here for qualifying Section 1. Faster. I think it's his out lap actually. Trying to keep an eye on time, see if anyone is able to push themselves any farther up the lead. Ooh, runs a little bit wide of the wall there, into the fountain section. This is going to be very interesting to see. This is, oh, as Driz pushes a bit too hard, and it looks like he found that wall.
He's only got about a minute and a half left before he's got to get off track anyways.
This is very true. Still time if he is to get out now.
Depends on if he took damage or not.
Well, if he goes back to pit.
That sure is. Yeah, I forgot. I'm thinking about actually having to pit and repair it, not just return a pit box.
Well, it looks like Driz has just pitted. He's just going to, well, it looks to stay there. Now we're going to be seeing probably everyone's final lap. Here comes Frank. Let's see what he's got in the tank. A little bit more. A little bit more. 4.5 tenths down. Is this going to be the final lap here? As who's coming out in the background?
Nurik?
Nurik's coming out in the background. Which might be a bit too late. Actually start a new lap. Unsure of how they're going to rule it. Obviously everyone in here is to be as super as honest as possible, so they all kind of communicate with each other to what's going to happen or how things work. So maybe Nurik does get a lap out. Ooh, Frank pushing a little too hard into the wall.
I mean, I don't think you can run a lap unless you're on your flyer starting into that 5-minute window.
We shall see.
Because that 5 minutes is considered red flag.
We shall see. As Frank spins up the rears. I don't think you're going to get a better time out of this. As Nurik does pit. And Frank does go faster, even with some mistakes on the lap. That is interesting to me. Aussie flying does a bit better. I think a couple unsure if they're on their flyers or not. This could be flyers right now. I'm not sure how things are going to work from here on out, but we have the 5-minute window, which is for anyone to finish up their laps. So this could be Doc trying to go for his last possible flyer. Oh, into the wall. That's going to probably put him.
He's going to bin that one.
That's into the pits he goes. Your overall volume is low. I have you maxed out and can just hear you. Nurik, aren't you driving?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, and everybody is in the pits.
I definitely thought volume was proper.
I thought it was... Alright.
I guess I could turn it up a little bit. Don't want to be deafening everyone too much. More or less my voice is what I'm worried about. I'm hitting into the red now, so I don't know if that could be something on your end, Nurik.
Maybe your volume mixer, Nurik? Because that's what mine was. I had my Firefox at 50% volume.
As everyone is now into the pits, we should be... Actually, it's showing my mic going into the red, so turning that back down. Goal is not to go in the red, that's what I've learned. As everyone's going to, from qualifying Section 1, head into the pits. With Crowhop on provisional pole at the moment. Very close battle between the top 4. As it is a red flag session now, until about the 15-minute mark, we'll see the bottom half of the leaderboard start to kind of set themselves free. So they're
We
driving.
won't get Anamara will not be on track, and I think somebody else that joined late.
Okay, so at least Anamara will not. Yes, that is correct. Anamara said because of limited testing, he will not be driving or will not be qualifying for this event. Alrighty. Actually, I'm gonna do this myself. I'm gonna go over to the stream real quick. Actually, I'm gonna do this myself. We're gonna go for a testing 1 2 3 stream real quick. Actually, I'm gonna do this myself. We're gonna go for a testing 1 2 3 stream real quick. Oh, I hear myself multiple times. So yes, I think we're good for volume. It might be generic, I'm not sure, but I think we should be alright. I'm hoping the car audio is coming through okay. That's kind of what you can't really hear right now. They're in idle. Oh wait, your overall volume is low. I have you maxed out and can just hear you.
Yeah, I don't think he's saying your chat. I think he's actually saying like the stream as a whole.
Not me talking. I can hear myself talking. I wonder if it's
happening sometimes when I watch your streams. So even if I have like my speakers turned all the way up, your stream itself is just a little bit quieter than most other things are.
I wonder if it's because I have Project Cars so low in my mix, like my mix amp, because it's so
possible.
loud for me.
Yeah, it's possible.
Super loud through my ears. So, what I will do, I will bump up the desktop audio. Hopefully that fixes things. But again, my goal is to keep the desktop audio out of the red. So, if we can do that, that is my overall goal. Nurk, if you could, because I know you're not driving in this session, if you notice anything, definitely tell me. Thank you for telling me one way or another. Still learning how to be good broadcaster / running the whole thing. As we see, as the 15-minute mark has been passed, everyone in the section 2 out the track.
I just posted the stream out.
Stream volume is low.
I'm not less than Nurik.
No, this is not. Also, this is not lesson. This is freak velocity this time around. Lesson's away at a kart endurance event right now. Actually, I guess. I don't know how you kart endurance kart. That's odd.
Dude, you'd be surprised.
Well, it's not like a bad. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just.
No, I watched and I got to practice in one of them. They're awesome.
Alright, so let's get on to another driver, please, Mr. Director of Stream. One of our cars on track. No, you're right. Hopefully, like it. To me, I'm going to. Like the one that I'm going to stream right now, and I'm going to do a quick. I pull my mixer really quick, and then I'm going to mute Project Cars 2 so I can hear through the stream now. Pull my mixer really quick, and then I'm gonna mute Project. So it, to me, sounds very good. Like on my end, I have my stream turned up max as well. So I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I'm not sure because that's coming through the stream really nicely. Jack it up. It's actually showing that it's in the red, to be honest. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it, but again, once these settings are set, I'm not moving them until we figure out everything. As everyone's on a flyer now, as Glass spins.
Nope.
Badly. Oh my!
Nope.
That definitely just head back to the pits, my guy. Don't do that.
Yeah.
That just kind of ruined everyone else's lap, but that's okay. I think he's just trying to save it as best he could. Good try. Not gonna knock it for that. ride on board with Tex. 2112 puts in a 108.048. That on there. Paladin puts in a 107.1. Looking for the boys to kind of step it up, get flying out there. From the second sector.
He improved a little bit.
Crosses the line with a 111.1. Rapid Amplifier 112.8, as well as Wrath. Oh, I can't remember his name. He's our new rookie driver. Ratha. There it is. I have it written down.
Let's see how Stu does on his lap. I think this is his out lap right now.
No, this should be his hot lap, if I'm correct.
Okay.
I think so. It should be at least, as we're going to come through turn 11. Looks like he's run wide a bit. Or, no, this is his hot lap. That's definitely that's a setup, if I've ever seen one before.
Yeah, he didn't set a time or anything, so. Right. See how he does.
Why am I not even seeing him on the list of drivers?
He's all the way at the bottom.
I see Glass is the one at the bottom.
There's Anna Marantz too, right under him.
I don't see those, actually. I see Glass is the last one I see.
Yeah, I see it. So there's 18 total. That's why, like, when you were doing your intro, you kept saying 16. There's actually 18. I don't think you could see all of them.
Is there a way to, can you scroll down on that?
I see all of it.
You see all of it, I only see 16?
Yeah. I think it's just because...
Oh no, I have to scroll.
Mode.
I have to
You
scroll.
do? Okay.
I did not know that. So there is 18 drivers. Sorry, guys. I didn't know. I've learned something new today. That you actually have to scroll to see everyone driving. So we'll go to the bottom here. As this is going to be Stewart. Look to the top of the line since he's been one of our... Per word on the street, one of our faster drivers here. He's going to come fly across the line. And he puts in a 1 minute 4.223. Wow. Provisional pole sits for him. Wow. That's a smoking lap.
Alright, let's check on...
Big.
We'll check on Rapid in a lap. Looks like he's just now going out for an out lap. We'll look at Ratha.
Ratha, the next rookie in line. He's one of the new drivers to sim racing here on Project Cars 2, or League Racing, I should say. See what his ability is here. He's gonna pump it out. Let's see what, if he. I can't tell if this is out lap or not.
No, this should be his hot lap now.
No improvement, so we'll see how this one goes for him. Keeping an eye on everyone. Airing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was his out lap. It was a 2-minute lap. So this is hot lap.
I don't get to see what you see all the time, I guess.
Well, because I can pull up the timings and see what their last lap is.
Yeah, I would like to say that does show up on my end.
Does it really?
Yeah, you pull that out and it shows for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we won't do that then, I guess.
Well, yeah.
Did not know
someone
that.
in the background takes a spin. I think that's... I was not 100% sure. Nope. Alrighty, pits. Check here our rapid amplifier. See if he can improve on his 111.3. He's scooting through very close to that wall. Sticks out of it nicely. As Caledon goes 10th fastest with a 106.9. Well, no, I think Glass did a 107.4 and puts himself up into 12. Ooh. Rapid just got a little bit too much speed into the hairpin. That's always a deadly corner here. As he's going to cross, and he goes 16th fastest with a 109.3, improving by 2 seconds. Very fast. Oh! Ooh. I don't know who the other driver is. Can you get an eye on?
Yeah, I'm not sure who it is.
Red car. That should be, if I am correct, that should be a... Whoever... Not 100% sure there. Now there's too many drivers and not enough spotter's spotter's guide to know who's who.
Yeah. Like number 24, maybe?
Number 24?
Potentially. I couldn't quite tell on the side of the car.
Let's see if I can get it up here. Whoa! Wow, that's close to that wall.
21-12, that's what it was. 26.
21-12, yeah.
Oh, I did not see Stu improved a little bit more even. He's now 104.0.
Oh yeah, Stu jumped up to 104.066 time. Oh, that was E-Racer's out. That was his hot lap, and Rapid definitely running on the line and kind of slowing that down. That's not so good there. As we have 5.5 minutes remaining here in qualifying section 2. I had the same question. Racerhead's gonna start his flyer now, as Glass has actually improved to 105.8, which is gonna put him up in 6th position here. The midfield is going to be very, very tight. There is less than a second separating 6th through 11th. Oh, challenge flag. Look down here. Very good, balanced out Glass. So that way, E-Racer looks like he's putting actually a decent lap together for himself. A little bit wide through the turn 11 hairpin, down here to onto the straight and down to the finish line. Did he improve? Actually, there's too many numbers.
I know.
Too many numbers on my screen. Especially with no, like, technical data, which would be nice. But, I don't think I see Eddie. Let's jump on to Kaladin, who's out on track now. Looks to be on a flyer. I love the fact that they did the real IndyCar liveries though.
Yeah.
For Project Car. So it looks good, and you kind of tell a little bit who's who. Cowden's gonna cross the line. No improvement. Can't tell if that was an out lap or not. That's okay. Stu has improved again to 103.775. Very, very fast driver we have inherited. Supposedly the word is for Stu, he's actually a UK driver. And when he saw a racing league who was going to be doing IndyCar, he jumped all over it, said he didn't care, because at the moment, at the moment, it is 4 a.m. his time. He woke up an hour and a half ago to drive this event. So I have to give him a lot of props for wanting to wake up and compete. Which is awesome to see. A racer head has gone even faster, 106.6. Wait. Is that faster? It looks like he's jumped up into 9.
I think he's faster, yeah. And then Glass is up there. Definitely the track is getting some rubber into it, I think.
Very close. Very close. That line. The fountain section for drivers. As we have a 1 minute 35 seconds remaining in qualifying, and then we're suiting up for what looks to be a very long 80 lap race. We're super excited here. This is going to be tight and interesting. Remember, safety cars can only be called between lap 2 and or lap 1 and 7, if I am correct, for this event. So between lap 1 and 7, safety car can be called out, which then means everyone pits and then comes back out in a formation style lap, and then the driver will go. So we'll be paying very close attention to that, because turn 1 is going to be one of the most difficult turns I think we're going to see for the majority of this year. I don't think any track gets as tight and twisty.
It's going to be difficult, but it has, I mean, just as the real race this year did, it has the potential for some very good overtakes if people can manage it.
This is very true. They can. I think our drivers are up to the test too, as we can see everyone slowly wrapping up. We are less than 30 seconds away. This will be the last lap for 21.12, for example. He's out on 1 right now. Can anyone take away provisional pole? I don't know. As we come into the last 10 seconds, that is a mighty lap from Stu.
Thinking not.
As, oh, there goes 21.12.
Even Glass is 2 seconds off the pace on him.
He just absolutely catapulted. Whoa. Is everyone lagging on your screen? Can you change drivers, please? Thank you. I don't know.
Oh, whoa, is that? Whoa. Why did we just drop to 13?
Oh no.
Uh-oh, I'll be right back.
Definitely some kind of issue has become the server. Definitely just have a
Looks
server
like we
issue.
are restarting.
Alrighty, well, with that being said, congratulations goes to rookie, first time out, Stu, on winning the Lord Dragon KD award. He'll be awarded 1 extra point at the end of the event for qualifying in first position, which is fantastic, great for him. So we're going to be leaving the server. We're going to be getting it restarted. We'll take a look. Actually, eraserhead got a 1 grid place penalty, which would be interesting to see. Yeah, we only have 13 drivers when we had 18, so we are unsure. We're going to be returning. We will get everything kind of situated as we figure out what is going on here. Seems to be a bit of an issue. So what a qualifying event. Definitely, I heard very good things, very fast things about our rookie Stu. Heard he was breaking 104s getting into the 103s, so unsurprising we see him break into the 103s with a perfect qualifying lap. So that is great on him. We're going to be getting we're going to get right back into the server. I wish I could actually pull up like a piece of the track or a piece of the stream for you guys. We could just stay on it.
Alright, I'm gonna go in there and I'll let you know when it's back up and we can join.
Okay, sounds good. Quite an interesting turn of events. So let's again, we're gonna kind of break some more things down. Take a look. Sorry, that is the wrong button. It is 3. 3 is the important one we gotta pay attention to. We have there are 81 laps around Long Beach. 80 will be driven. The reason we have 81 laps is we do a manual start here at CanAm VRL. Manual start, which means we have 81 laps. First lap, everyone kind of lines up, gets ready to go, and then the leading driver calls out a green, green, green. The race begins. So that's how we do it. And then you're racing for 80 laps around Long Beach. It's going to be very, very, very exciting. So let's see, actually, really quick. I'm going to do some mastermind work here. That's not what I wanted. Sorry. Just so you guys understand. Trying to get the server going. At the moment, kind of, you're right in the way. We're going to put you down here. There we go. Some issues with everything going on, but we'll keep an eye out. What we're going to do really quick is we're going to exit out of Project Cars 2, which means that's going to disappear, unsurprisingly. I'm going to reopen. Yeah, Project Cars 2 is ready to launch, so let's get that going. Get that show on the road, Steam. Hopefully we're not having any issues. No, it doesn't look like we are. Oh. Bit of a weird moment there. Perfect. One's jumping back in as we speak. We'll get things on the roll here. I love that intro from Project Cars 2 and Slightly Mad, so can't hurt it. Looks like the server is having. Are we having issues getting the server back up? Sorry for the delay, guys. This is kind of an unfortunate.
All right, we're clear
event.
to rejoin.
Okay. Okay. Just so.
It looks like it was just a mass disconnect.
Yeah,
all it was.
word is that happened before.
Yeah.
So. Is a common theme we seem to have. We'll get everyone kind of jumped up in the server. We'll get holy crap, that's quick to get broadcaster mode from
Yeah.
He's literally firing at us.
He's ready to go.
Oh yeah.
So it's gonna be a 10-minute practice, and then in, I believe.
10-minute practice? Alright.
Yeah.
I don't even think drivers would.
10-minute practice and straight into race, and then they'll be
Manual.
self-forming the grid.
Yes. Yes. So as we wait for everything to kind of get underway, I'll actually shrink you, put you there. There. You're gonna go there.
Oh, and I forgot, Nosy. Are you using the live view of the server?
What live view?
Oh.
Oh yes. No, it doesn't work on OBS very well.
Okay, so I've forgotten to use it, so I just opened it up. So.
Yeah, I tried using it, and it's like, for me.
Gotcha.
Especially if I change screens or scenes, kind of happens that way. So we're gonna be waiting for everyone to kind of join up into the server again, guys. Apologize for the delay. Unknown server issues. We love Slightly Mad Studios.
Oh yes, SMS is beautiful.
So again, as you can see on the screen, I doubt you can actually see on that screen, we have 81 laps. In theory, 80 since we do a manual formation lap. Just to kind of reiterate the fact, the alternate. Oh, to reiterate that fact to those who are new and might be seeing this for the first time, welcome. A. B. Project Cars 2 replay / broadcaster / director mode. We only see, if I go to this screen, you will only see the red striped alternate tire. You will not see, because of some camera glitch that Slightly Mad Studios decides is not going to fix for whatever reason, you will not see the primary tire on. You will only see the alternate. So people will be driving on that primary tire. We just won't know, but you will be able to tell by lap times and how long someone's been out on a stint. So you will be able to notice that way. We'll keep you guys informed as best as we can. Some of the drivers have told me that I probably didn't even mute out of there.
Do we know what their average fuel life will be?
No clue about fuel. I didn't actually ask that question, so that'll be interesting. You actually will be able to tell when, because if you keep the speedometer up in the bottom right, it actually shows fuel disappearing. So we just kind of now wait, or we're gonna slowly but surely get into it here. 10-minute practice, and then everyone's going to form up properly.
Alright, so
Hopefully, I think the main hope is that the server's not laggy like it was that first
yeah.
time.
Sounds like a full fuel tank will be about 25 laps. They can hit 30 if they're doing some real good fuel saving.
Which again, the primaries last 40. That'd be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Strategy will definitely play a big part, I think, in our drivers here, in our positioning towards the end. Definitely need to turn broadcaster mode back on. Streamer mode. So I don't get any more notifications. Yes, I knew what I was checking. I was checking out the stream, make sure the stream is good. Hello, good viewers. Apologies for the delay. Definitely not something we thought would be an issue here, but it does happen like that every once and a while. But we're back. I have some comments on the YouTube side. I didn't even. Where's my YouTube chat?
Oh, yeah. Can you link that to me so I can see it too?
Yeah. Stu about to walk the field. Well, Card Shark, you never know. Literally go to youtube.com/CanAmVRL. Hopefully the stream is actually showing up quite well for you guys. Should be, now that I didn't know YouTube was not popping out for me. Put YouTube right there. We are excited though to have looks like you're having a bit of lag issues here. Yeah, seems to be.
Uh-oh. How bad is it for you?
Yeah, it might be bad.
Crap.
Which probably means you might not be able to do this, because it might be you. Just because of our distance.
Maybe. Were you good last one?
Yeah.
Last tryout?
Well, we'll see how everything goes. Definitely we have many drivers from far and wide, and the server runs differently, so hopefully we will not have a lot of, oh god. Oh no. Oh my god, people just dropped again. Oh, exit.
Jeez. Well, hey, maybe it's a fix the lag issue.
I think it might. Yeah, I think word on the street, everyone, is that the owner of the server was saying he was noticing some issues getting into the server at one point.
Yeah.
So that might. Much apologies. We need some posy vibes. Posy vibes. Play some epic background music. Just throw something in the background there. But yeah, apologies guys. Usually not too much of our issues happen. Usually. So we'll see how everything kind of rolls around here. we had to probably shut down the server again and restart. This could be. Did you go talk to them yet, Joey? Which means he probably is. He is talking to them. I need a third monitor to do this, guys. I have way too much stuff. I have like YouTube comments are like this big, and the Twitch comments are like that big, and then I have my volume mixers and everything. It's a show. Then I have Project Cars 2 running on a whole different screen. So definitely trying to manage this as best we can. Hopefully everything is looking good for you guys. That is the main goal, is that you guys have a good show to watch. Kind of always our goal. So hopefully we're going to get the server back up and running here soon. This is not coming up, so. But it should be an exciting event. We are very excited. Lots of drivers that are fighting close together. Strategy is definitely, by sounds of it, going to be one thing we got to be paying attention to. Again, if you are new to how the broadcast mode of Project Cars 2 works, for IndyCars only, it seems to be the only issue. The red striped alternate tire is going to be the only tire you guys see. You guys will not, as I show you here, you guys will not see, you won't quote unquote see the primary tire because of a it's a graphics glitch or visual glitch, something like that, bug that they didn't, the Slightly Mad Studios decided not to fix. So, with that, yeah, we're at the mercy. Do understand we are drivers are forced to use both tires and have told me that, well, they all use both tires. You can tell by lap times and stint distances.
Sounds like Doc is going to check with his server guys, see if they did anything on the server today. He knows that they did a server maintenance on the actual physical server itself. So he's trying to see if he touched this specific server or not, because F1 is having issues even getting into the control panel right now.
That's not good. That's not good. So we'll be keeping an eye on that.
I didn't realize that it was Doc actually physically maintained our server.
Neither did I. I thought it was definitely. Oh wait, where is Doc? Because that could be part of the issue.
Well, no, they're NA.
I know they're NA, but like, are they West Coast, East Coast?
I don't know exactly. Doc is Sabai too, isn't he?
No, it's Crow.
I know Crow is. I thought Doc was too. For
Are
some
they
reason.
both? Don't ask me. All I know is Crow Hop was the one who asked me. Not asked, but
actually, yeah, it's just Crow, I think.
Yeah. Apologies, guys. Definitely having this could be making. I feel bad for Stu. It is 4:18 in the morning in the UK, and this guy is sitting here waiting patiently.
Got some dedication.
Yeah, that is quite dedicated. So it might actually be a server thing, because this is never. That could be it, actually. Maybe that is it.
I don't think it's necessarily us. I mean, maybe some ping issues here and there, but that's worse than we usually see on any game, really, between us.
Yeah, definitely. That was definitely weird and kind of obnoxious to see. What we are going to do, guys, we're going to jump to a quick break. While we figure out what's going on with the servers, I'm going to disappear, throw on some music, and you guys can. I'm sorry. We'll be back with you guys as soon as possible. Quick little break, and then we'll get back rocking and rolling. So hopefully we'll be back with round 2 of the IndyCar series presented by Sabai Technology. For now,
Rejoin Millsy.
Never mind. We are not breaking. Fantastic.
I mean, we might as well still break for a couple of minutes, I would think. We still need to get things set up.
Do this.
Okay.
God damn it. Start getting into my promotional voice and Joey back. Alright, fine. Sounds good, man. Definitely not an issue. Alright, Card Shark. Sounds good, man. Excited to see what the guy can do.
Yeah, can you link me the YouTube, Millsy?
YouTube.com/
Okay, whatever, fine. Do that then.
Do that your way. And then just type in CanAm VRL, it just comes up.
Yeah, I know.
Lazy.
I was being lazy.
I have way too many things going on right now. You should see my screen.
I mean, it's nothing like uh heavies.
Nah, Kevy's just a lord. He literally gets paid to mod.
I know. Well, you've seen his screenshots before, haven't you?
Yeah, I've seen some of them. They're crazy.
Freaking nuts.
Um, yeah, I definitely know we do have some very fast drivers. I think, well, I think Stu ended up being about 8 tenths ahead, so we'll see how the driving
Yeah.
goes. More into the you know, the fun of racing, but still being competitive. Obviously, is our goal here at CanAm VRL. So hopefully we see some good competitive racing. Hopefully not too many crashes, and hopefully we'll get everything kind of rocking and rolling.
What is this data that's at the bottom of the... Oh, I'm at the wrong thing. That's why.
Actually, yeah, we're gonna quickly go to break. Go Shadoob. Ah, there we go. Didn't realize you had a Twitch and YouTube. We do, yes. Twitch and YouTube for our events is fantastic. We use both.
Oh, is Stu streaming?
I have no clue.
Stu is streaming. That's what I'm seeing right now. Okay.
What are you seeing?
Stu, I see Stu's stream.
Where? Where? I see. What? So you went to Project. You went CanAm VRL in the search bar, and it
Yep.
came up with stews.
Yep.
I wonder if he put that in the title. He must
Yep.
have.
He did.
Nice. Fantastic. Does he have a lot of viewers? Question mark.
7.
Yeah, that's not bad. All right, perfect. Well, everyone's red barring, so I don't think that's good. I don't get it. This has never been an issue, guys. We have never seen this before, so I am thoroughly confused of what we are looking at the moment. Definitely just some server issues, but we will quickly go to break. Round 2. I'll do it again. Round 2 of the IndyCar series presented by Sabai Technology. We will be right back with hopefully the race. Alrighty, welcome back from our break. We are back. Server issues are definitely a thing. We're going to be working on that to prepare for delays. Early 2000s intensifies. You would be correct. That is all the work of Boss Man, F1 Racer. He does all of those. So it's better than nothing, though. I will give him that. We would rather have some stuff than no stuff. So that is for sure. All right. Well, we're getting into it. We're back. Get the audio going. We have a 10-minute just for everyone to get back into the rhythm, get a couple laps under the belts and get started, and then we are flying away again. Hopefully finally for race time. Let's jump on another driver if possible, please. See if there's anything, if we can see some.
He must hit the curb.
See if there's anything we can look at here. So what was the rumors, or what was said? Is it fixed, or do we know?
I did not hear.
So good to do. Just quick reminder for you guys. We go over to this page. We have the Long Beach track. We have 80 laps of racing to be done today. The alternate tire, softer but faster. There's about 20 laps of life expectancy in the tires here on Long Beach, and the primary black stripe tire, which you guys will not see because of a visual glitch by Project Cars 2, it lasts about 40. So by the looks of it, 3-stop race is probably what you're aiming for. If you can 2-stop it, you probably could do that as well. If you run maybe you run the primaries twice or something like that. Make up an interesting strategy. We'll see.
Ooh. Yep.
That actually happened?
Yeah, that actually happened.
Alright, well no one saw that because I was on the wrong screen. So there, no one saw Stu absolutely bend into the wall.
I'm gonna watch that on Stu's screen real quick, see what happened.
Yeah, I don't like how it looks, but...
Oh, he didn't bend it. Whoever was right in front of him bend it, and he hit the back of them.
Oh, nice. Fancy? Bionic Derby? It is fancy. We try to keep it fancy around here. This is the overtaking I'm talking about right here. If you can get a good overtake run down into turn 8 onto the long back straight, you're flying. We'll see how that works out for some of the drivers here. So that pink car, yeah, that is the custom livery of Rapid Empire. Whoa, that almost.
Hey.
Don't know what happened there. Someone I think was trying to let someone through, and they both came to a dead stop. Speaking of custom liveries, right behind it, that is Drazut driving the 29 McLaren Honda custom livery that was driven by Fernando Alonso in the Indy 500 last year. By the way, trying to keep it with real knowledge here, I heard there was a rumor McLaren Honda were not going to have a dedicated Indy team, or a dedicated IndyCar Series team, but they are going to be racing at the Indy 500, so something to keep an eye on. I think some of our gotta make sure drivers are checking their mirrors. Yes, Fernando Alonso, I love that livery. Great idea by him. Everyone just gets nice and warmed up. 5 minutes remaining, so this lap's gonna be a bit different than most. I think they're gonna have to contact through there. Most of them are going to have to realign. I don't know, because the second qualifying ended, 5 people lost position or lost their... That's going to be interesting.
Well, this is fun.
Yeah. I love my job.
Did you get my message?
I have streamer mode enabled, so probably not.
New screen and death.
Wait, how are you here?
I already restarted my computer.
Wait, so
I'm not in the game right now.
I don't have control over anything. No way. No way.
Yeah.
We gotta do this again. You gotta go tell them. Oh no, no. Oh no, this is... Oh no. Usually our races start 30 minutes ago, chat. 30. 35 actually, if you How are you all doing at this point? How are things going? This is going to be a long night. We're going to be starting an hour late, which means we'll be later than normal. Just waiting on confirmation of what's to happen, since I have no power over anything. Here, I'm trying to click on a lot of things. I'm not getting any power. Back to gameplay real quick. Confirm project bugs. 15 times all over again. Well, no, I guess this one isn't really project bugs. This is our director's PC having a meltdown, so. So as we wait to see what's going to happen here. Just pop over here. Kind of mute that, because obviously we do need to reset the server since we don't have the director in director mode.
Okay, so I'm in lobby right now. It sounds like I might be able to get in a couple of minutes, but if not, F1 is not going to restart. So
Dude, he
I
has
don't know
to.
how he's not going to.
He has to, or else I'm not watching one guy the entire race. We need to restart it.
He said they're already 30 minutes past. He does not plan to restart it. Then we won't have a broadcast kind of deal.
That's fine.
I don't know if you want to. Yeah.
If he's not gonna restart it, we can't do the broadcast.
Yeah. So let's give it a couple of minutes, see if it'll let me in. I don't know. Right now it just tells me waiting. It's like I'm still in the lobby. It still shows me with race director role, so I'm hoping, but.
Okay, well, practice just ended. The server just went mad.
Did it boot everybody again? Please tell me it didn't.
No, it didn't boot anyone. It just everyone's glitching in spot now.
Because the only option you have, if I can't get in, is running spectator mode if it lets you.
No, it doesn't. I have to leave the server.
Okay.
I understand we're 30. We're very late, but we the all right. We shall wait. Hopefully you can get in. Definitely is, especially since we have some people here who are interested in watching some drivers.
We just had a mass disconnect again.
Well, that's probably gonna end our night then. So someone.
I'll be back.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, um, obviously the server's been meddled with. Something has happened, and we are now um we're now in some trouble here. So yeah, we're gonna try and hopefully get everything kind of
All right,
restarted.
we are going to do a peer-to-peer session. It's going to be a last shot. If this does not work, he's calling it.
Well, obviously the server's been messed with.
Yeah, something's up with the server. We've never had this kind of issue before.
Oh.
So he said we're going to do peer-to-peer. So
What does that even mean?
sounds like no server, no dedicated. It's just going to be somebody will host and then join.
That's ballsy.
Yeah, but
That's especially gonna suck for.
we already know that
well,
the server is
the
effed. So
yeah.
sounds like I don't know. I would assume we'll reschedule if this does not work. Maybe we'll have, it's usually a 2-week break. Maybe it'll just be a 1 week and reschedule for next weekend. I don't know how we plan that. That seems like the plan of action to me, but I guess we'll see. But restart your client, see what we can do. Everybody is restarting client. I'm gonna go back up there and let you know when we're good to join.
Yep. Apologies, guys. This is definitely not how things are supposed to play out. Remember, if you are new to the stream on Twitch, hit that follow button and put on your notifications so that you can get access to all of our streams and knowledge of when we do stream. If you're on YouTube, remember to subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Bell notification is very important. It gets into your sub box. So make sure you hit that button as we watch the nice. I actually really enjoyed this intro, to be honest. I didn't like the first one. This was very nice in my opinion. Anyway, we will skip it. As we try to get this started. It's obviously gonna work with the peer-to-peer though, so. We shall see. Oh wait, I have to not filter by dedicated servers.
All right, just join on F1.
What does that even mean? How do I do that?
Should be able to shift tab it and then go from there. The lobby is up, so you should be able to search it like normal for CanAm VRL. It just won't be the dedicated one. gonna be some weirdness tonight.
I don't. I honestly don't think we should do it. To be honest, just for the
Yeah,
fact of
but I mean,
well, again, this now makes anyone who's not. And again, we're trying to do our best here. Completely understand. But that makes anyone who is not remotely close to F1, as you can
at a
see,
disadvantage.
yeah.
Yes, I know.
But we, I guess we do what we do. Yeah, as you
Yes,
can see,
indeed.
look at the. Oh, this is gonna be okay. Well, we're gonna do our best, guys.
Also, I mean, honestly, the pings actually look better than they did before.
Well,
If I'm
when you're on a
honest.
dedicated server, the ping's just meh, isn't it?
No, not at all. Still affects everybody just the same as it would for a peer-to-peer.
Oh, but the pings were all red. So.
Yes, before. So now it honestly actually looks better, like I'm saying.
Well, I can tell who's from where. Both Anamera, Glaz, they're both EU.
Yeah,
No, they're both.
Stu is
No, Stu
low.
is EU. Anamera and Glaz are from Australia. Frank is South America.
Yeah.
And
So it's
then
definitely going to hurt anybody that's not NA, essentially.
Pro and Dockwell, it could cause a lot of issues. So we're gonna hope
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Fingers crossed.
Gonna hope everything kind of works the way it wants to work. Apologies, guys, for the long delay. I know this is super frustrating for everyone as well. It's frustrating for us. It's frustrating for the drivers. Someone needs to send Stu a gift card.
I mean,
for
I understand that F1 wants to exhaust all options because, I mean, if you don't, I mean, you're going to have people kind of upset that they just completely washed their night. At least this way he can say, and
Why'd you
everybody
leave the
knows
session?
that I didn't.
You're not
I'm
here,
still
buddy.
I am.
Dude, it just said you left the session. You were not.
No,
nope.
I just got disconnected. Okay. Why? I can't even browse online now. Okay, there we go. Steam disconnected me, it seems.
Hey, man, we're all trying here, right? I'm sure everyone wants to sleep. I want to as well. I understand it's a little worse for Stu,
I
but
just tried connecting and then it immediately disconnected me.
211 or 2112 got disconnected as well.
I don't think it's gonna work. 2018. Continue.
Just go up there and figure it out. Oh no, you're here. I think everyone wants to sleep, but I completely understand this that definitely sucks for Stu, and well, in theory, actually, the Australian boys is midday for them, so I think. So, all right, we are going. All right, let's hope for the best here.
Hey. His reasoning for the 10-minute practice is in case somebody has wheel issues and they have to leave and rejoin, this gives them enough time. If you do a 5-minute, everybody's screwed if they have wheel issues. So 10-minute is like his bare minimum. But I guess we'll see in 10 minutes when the session ends if we have a math disco again.
Well, we won't because it's not a dedicated server.
That depends.
No, it really does. There won't be mass disconnects because it is peer to peer. It's no longer on a full end server. So we shall get this show on the road. Apologize for the delay, guys. We are 48 minutes behind schedule for an 80 lap race.
What the heck, Hitch?
What?
He posted up a picture of his Vantage and whatnot, and it's sitting on a bunch of $1 bills. And somebody's like, weird flex, but okay. He's like, all hundreds. And they're like, 1.00 hundred.
You know what's hilarious is people are saying the Vantage is actually broken.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a scuff, so it probably is.
Like there's, I don't understand how his is okay, but I guess maybe some actually work.
Oof, there goes some wing damage. This is going to be a race full, I guarantee you. We're going to have the freaking pace lap, and then we're going to start. And then, because of how close everything is here, we're going to have a caution.
Most likely, usually how it works in these kind of situations.
Yep.
Everyone needs to be very, 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 very cautious through at least the first 4 laps, because everyone's
Yeah.
gonna be tight together. And of course, for those who are watching, thank you for staying with us through these frustrations and these some issues here. Want to bring forward another piece of wing that just went flying onto my screen, but all right. The safety car rules for Long Beach and for all events. So safety car rules dictate that if 2 or more vehicles are involved in a collision in the first 7 laps, so once the leader has gone on to the 8th lap, the safety car can no longer be called. But oh no, or everyone has to finish the 7th lap. Do you know what that?
Hang on. I have the sporting regulations up. I can check for you.
Okay, you were very quiet again, by the way.
Oh, how about now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay. Laps 2 through 6 is what it says.
I've had safety cars called in the first lap. We had safety cars in the first lap of Coda.
No. By laps 2, I mean because the first lap is pace lap, so technically it's 1 through 5.
Oh. No, you are still quiet again. You need to adjust something there, buddy.
I'm as close to my mic as I can without swallowing it.
Oh, I know why.
What did you do?
Yeah, there it is. My headset or my device or the volume mixer was set to 50% for some reason.
I was like, dude, I can't get
I
any
was like,
closer to my mic.
why
I'm
is that
sorry.
so? We're good. We're good. I apologize, guys. This has been a whirlwind of a night. We should be almost.
Okay.
We should
But
be actually halfway through the race right now.
per what the sporting regulation says, it says during the first 5 green flag laps of every lap or every race, laps 2 through 6, any driver that's involved in a multi-car incident may call for a caution. Cautions may only be called for incidents involving 2 or more cars, and there will only be 1 caution period per race.
Yeah, so as he said, definitely there's the safety car could most likely. Not that I doubt driver ability, I just doubt internet now that we're dealing with internet and it's not on a dedicated server. There will definitely be some, as well as the track being Long Beach. Definitely expect um some kind of collision.
We've been here for 2 hours
Yeah, I've been
and 20 minutes.
talking for 2 hours and 20 minutes, and
the race hasn't even started.
there's still an hour and a half to go. Still an hour and a half to go.
Woo. Still down for some race room later?
No. Actually, it's Saturday. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it is Saturday. I mean, why not?
Well, it's actually Sunday.
We are aliens. We don't really sleep.
That's incorrect.
No, it's not. You go to sleep sometimes at like 5 in the morning and you wake up 2 p.m.
Yeah, that's my point. I still sleep for a lot of hours, but anyway, we're not worrying about that. As we 4 minutes remaining, the volume will come back on, guys. Just as we are not in race, don't need to be blasting ears full of practice sessions. So the only worry I now have is that people's want to do this has probably dropped off a little bit. Oh, what happened there?
Maybe. But I mean, I do have faith in everybody's competitive spirit. I'm sure as soon as the race actually gets started, it's all going to be there.
We hope so. We hope so. 3.5 minutes remaining in this quick practice session, making sure everyone's equipment is up to date and there are no issues in that section.
Ooh.
So we will be going here soon, guys. I promise. Apologies for this hour delay with server issues. Very disappointing. Not something we look forward to, or not something we really accompany for. But obviously, something's up with our server, our dedicated server for CanAm VRL. So we will have things figured out for our 2 weeks time. Speaking of 2 weeks time, it's going to be round 3 of our IndyCar series presented by Sabai Technology. We are going to be doing the Indy 500. That is, and for you guys asking, okay, so what do you mean? We are doing the full 200 lap IndyCar 500 at Indianapolis. Full
I
thing.
will actually be racing that one, I believe.
You hope.
Assuming if lesson is available to broadcast with you, then I will be racing. If not, I will default back to broadcast.
Gotta admit, that's gonna be a very. Oh, that's a
Ooh.
big crash. Good thing that's practice time.
Yep. Good lord.
But yeah.
Wonder. I think we have issues with Driz. I don't think Driz is going to be able to make it. I'm overhearing something through Stu's stream.
No Indy road course race. Yes, that is later in the season. Yeah, I think that's round 8. I think we have the Indy road course.
I believe so.
But yeah. So the Indy 500 is a double points event. First off, so definitely some
let
drivers
me go
going to
ask if we
appear
have
there.
some issues with Driz.
Yeah, let's get that knowledge. We've actually already lost Driz, so I'm assuming he's pulled out of the event. So.
Alright, no Driz. He has been disconnected twice now. It is now past the period of time where he can actually make it back in.
And I'm assuming the guy just wants probably to go to bed.
Probably at this point. I mean, he wants to race, but I think we're just not restarting again.
Well,
Can't blame Tom for that.
No, that's extremely disappointing, especially since Driz ran
It's
some
no
issues
fault of
at
his own.
Coda, so
Yeah.
Driz got hit by another driver. He lost a lot of points. He was on pace to get second in that event, but it is what it is. So disappointing to lose one
if you're
of
talking
our.
about the incident that I think you are, I think that was deemed a racing incident on both drivers.
Sure, you can deem that a racing incident. All right. As practice is completed. Alrighty, as practice is completed, here finally, hopefully we're gonna get in. Ooh, nice Project Cars 2 cam flying in there. As everyone's going to meet up. Power just head butted a wall. And we shall see. And we will get started.
If everybody can remember their positions from qualifying half an hour ago.
Qualifying was an hour ago.
Was it an hour?
Yeah.
Oh god.
We're supposed to start racing at 11.
Oh gosh. The pain.
Yep. Alrighty, so we'll get some volume going. We're gonna hopefully. Question is, have we lost anyone besides? No, we haven't. So.
So far.
Don't hit return to race central. Do not hit it.
I know.
You never know. Alright, we wait for the lights to go out here. This is a manual started lap, so hopefully everyone's done this correctly. We're gonna then have everyone line up in the position they qualified in for the manual lap, and then we will get started. So, last chance for a bathroom break, and I did not take it, so this is gonna be a really long 2 hours.
I mean, you got the pace lap. If I were you, I would hurry.
Nah, it's too late now.
I can cover for a minute.
No, it's okay. Too late now.
It's been how long since you went?
Right before practice started.
You were, dude. Okay, I think you should because otherwise you still got an hour and a half of sitting here.
It'll get me excited. I'll start moving around. Alright, here we go.
It'll get you excited, huh?
Okay, that wasn't what I'm. Anyway. This is the manual formation lap. I think the only thing that's going to happen now is some drivers. So we're going to get everyone kind of situated in this position. Stu will get into his first place position. He will lead the pack. Really hope no contact is made though.
Oh god.
Hopefully we get a nice, good outlap. We're gonna keep the action locked on to the front runners here for the first lap. Well, we'll see everyone into turn 1. Let's be real. That's how close the racing will be through the first lap at least. So everyone's gonna get lined up. Let's do a run through the field, shall we, really quick? As I know IndyCar does that, I'm pretty sure, or someone does it. So we'll get a quick run through the field from 1 to 17 here. We got Stu up in first place. Director's not doing his job very well, I'm gonna be honest. Crow Hop. Frank sells into third place. I think we're doing single file, I'm pretty sure, for this. I'm not 100% sure.
I think so, yeah. I don't think you can really fit a double in.
Special start. We have Stu, Crow Hop, Frank, Glasnost, Ozzy, Nurik. I just lost the interface.
What?
I just lost the left side. I don't have access to the left side. We don't have time. As we are gonna go, let's get up to the front of the pack, please. Here we go. We're gonna be going live lap number 1. Everyone's gonna.
Oh, we are doing double pile. Okay.
Well, they probably just out of the first quarter, and there we go. Green. By the looks of it, that.
You definitely got the front.
Well, my supposed to call green. I don't know, but we're gonna go for it anyway. Into turn 1, very gonna be close. It's gonna be Stu easily going away with this one into turn 1. Oh, but someone locked up in the back. Go back.
Where's my mouse?
Here's my mouse, he says. There's a big spin. Oh, this could be a safety car right off the bat. I saw someone get spun around. I'm gonna wait for confirmation as Stu is already up the road. I think there's a lock up into turn 1 for the drivers on the inside line.
So I can't use the live view
we are
since we're not using server.
We are going to
Boogie.
You have access over everything though, so the left side of that thing needs to come back, dude. There we go. Where'd that go?
The standings. I got.
The bottom does need to be there, just the left. That's all I need. That was really weird. Use your pedals, brake to go back. My pedals aren't even connected.
Yeah.
My system is not connected.
So
we are going to be going under a code 80 or whatever. I think it's pit limiter. I don't know what we do here. I think it's is it pit limiter?
I want to say yes. I think it's a 75 mile an hour.
Kilometer, if anything, can be 75 miles.
Nope, 75 mile, 120 kph.
Oh wow! All right. Well, everyone gets to go through the pit lane, as by the CanAm VRL 60
Going
kilometers
37
an hour.
right now though, so they're definitely doing
Yeah, pit
pit limiters.
everyone should dive into the pit. Nope.
They're probably in the back if they need to go into the pits.
Oh, maybe. I don't know how 100% works. It was different last time, but we definitely had a lot of. It was definitely a spin. Someone dives in. That is Ratha got involved, and who is the driver behind? That is Ozzy. Got involved in a issue in the fountain corner. Definitely very sad to see. I think someone. I wish we had replay. Replay would make this awesome, but we don't have that availability. I wish it was like iRace where we could.
Rip picture.
I guess I think we ended up. I caught the tail end of a well, it to be a car locking up going to T1, and everyone behind got stuck. So. As Ratha's gonna fire it away and get back out on track.
But no, I was saying 75 miles an hour because I was looking at the sporting regulations. That's what it actually says in there. But I guess they're just not doing that right now.
Not 100% sure.
But unfortunately, so I cannot use the live view, so I can't get any of the stats that I was getting before.
Yeah, and it's something happened. Weird. We have full replay functionality on this game. I don't think I have that availability. I don't think you do either. There is the availability of replay, yes, but I don't think in a race setting there is. I know there
Unless
is
you
replay.
know something that we don't.
Yeah. Well, it's all good. Not really too much of an issue here, as everyone's gonna pile back up again. We're gonna take a quick run through the order, see what happens. We have Stu, Co-op, Frank, Power, Nurik, E-Racer Head, Kaladin sits up in 7th, Glasnost down to 8th, Doc Slap in 9th, and then we have 2112, followed by F1 Racer, Rapid Amplifier, Anamera, who has moved swiftly from 17th up into that 13th position. Tex jumps from second last to 14th. Dio, I think, got involved in the incident, and then Ratha, obviously, pit lane, and then obviously Ozzy. If you race that event at the end, you can click the record replay button. Oh no, I was talking about live. We're not going to worry too much about that at the moment, though. Do not worry, as I think we're going live here again. If you call for green, and that is it. Whoa, something just happened in the back there. As we see Power going to the outside, he's now turning into the inside. He's down on Frank as they're coming into T1. This is gonna be very interesting. Frank goes wide. Frank goes wide out, 3 wide, coming to the fountain. Very messy. Ooh, E-Racer Head. Bit of contact. He's gonna lose his front wing there. That's not good. He's gonna need that fixed. Oh, it's very hard to drive with a broken front wing in these cars.
F1 is in the pits right now.
F1.
Not sure what happened with F1.
Mostly contacted in that situation at the back. It's gonna be very hard for E-Racer to get by or to get into these turns very well. We definitely need to see the guys behind. I'm wondering what's going on. Is the back of the pack seems to have just.
Ooh, there's.
Whoa! Are we going for another safety car?
I mean, per sporting regulations, we can't, but.
Wait, we can't have another safety car?
No, per sporting regulations.
Everyone's broken!
I know.
Oh my goodness!
But yet, per sporting regulations, there will only be 1 caution period per event. Got a racer coming in.
We have half the pit. E-Racer Glasnost comes into the pits. Who else we have back there? We have 2112, Doc's lap into the pits. These are a lot of drivers involved in this incident. I saw no rear wings on a majority of these cars.
Yeah.
Many drivers struggling to even get into the pits. We've lost, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We
That's
lost
half the
7
grid
drivers.
almost.
Very. I know an incident. All right. Well, we need to get back onto the race. The actual race that is going on right now. Stu leads by 2. Crop has a 2.2 second lead on power at the moment. Do another. This is definitely not what we wanted to see here off the rip and off the start. A lot of these drivers. I definitely think they're. How many laps? There are 80 laps in this event. 80. Going to be a long race. As look to the. There's not really, and nor here's another problem. There's no battles going on at the moment. All of them have come
That's why
off
I'm
track.
watching these guys right now.
This is the only battle really going on. Trying to get his Dio and Ozzy, and Ozzy's gonna get by easily. Dio kind of just letting him by. Probably honestly the smart thing to do in this situation. We don't need another. You don't want to be in that incident and lose those points. As everyone, we still have Eraserhead, 2112, Ratha, Frank, and F1 still in the pits. As Dio looks down the inside coming on. But nothing really happening there. This looks... We have a fight going on between Animero and Rapid Amplifier up in 6th.
You want map up or no?
No, not really.
A little bit wide there.
A little wide by Rapid Amplifier. As Doc is into the pits.
Look at Doc, Eraser, and 2112 are still in pit.
I've played Cap Power before. He's a very good driver. He swept round 1. So very good driver we have there. As he's up into 3rd, this was supposedly one of his weakest tracks he thinks of this year. And if that is so, that is a scary power we're gonna see, because he's up into 3rd. And he's gonna take some points if he can keep this thing clean. Chasing down right now.
Actually, yeah, he's chasing him down.
Quickly chasing down Crow Hop.
Got 5 second gap.
I actually think that is a lap car there.
Yeah, that's a lap car. I was looking at the actual timing.
So we have a 3-second gap.
Just lost a second going around that car though.
Yeah, definitely bad spot for overtaking there. Oh.
Getting too close right now.
The great part about this track though, laps come and go very quickly here. You'll be flying through the laps. Judge is still a thing. And there's lots of points up for grabs even for these back guys as Rapid Amplifier pits unknowingly. Hex locking up there going into the corner.
2-second gap between Dio and Ozzy currently.
Oh my. This is already looking like a pretty big struggle for half the pack here, as that safety car restart was not favorable for anyone in the second half.
Might get a little bit going on here between Animera and Ozzy. 3/10 between them.
Very true. I think Ozzy's putting on the pressure now. As it's going to be quick for lap cars. This is going to be very interesting to play around this track. Lap cars are going to be a very, very big issue. And by issue, I mean for those who are leading in this situation, Animera, he has the lap car of F1 Racer up ahead of him, which means definitely has to be able to navigate, and it's hard to navigate around this track. There are only 4 real overtaking locations, and it's going to be extremely hard for Animera to get in this for the next 30 seconds, really. The track is not open. It is a very close section of the track. The fountain section followed by turns 3, 4, 5. They are not favorable for anyone trying to get through lap track. So that alone It's already, as you can see, it's already slowing down Anamera, and it's just gonna bring on Ozzy right to the back bumper. As no sign of motion. Is there blue flags? Just out of curiosity.
There.
Oh, speaking of Anamera, Ozzy's gonna get by him. Wait, it's gonna be very close in the corner. He's gonna give the position very smart. That is not a place you want to go too wide. As
F1 is wisely out of the way as well.
That could be a bit costly for Anamera there, who's gonna lose that position. Definitely that's a definitely bad part of the track in all honesty, as everything has already opened up. Stu has a already 6-second gap to Kroha. Power kind of getting in nice and comfortable. This is one of the main storylines we're paying attention to, is Power. The fact that he has the ability to extend that lead even farther. And a good drive from him.
Who's behind Power in standings right now?
Power's Nurik. Oh wait, who's behind?
Or is it? Yeah, I thought it was.
Go over
Dio?
to. I don't even remember what screen that is. 5. Nope. It is Dio. But I don't know the number because I don't know where that screen went.
That's okay.
Actually, I should be able to do it. Hey, where'd it go? Point standings. Here we go. Yes. Power has a 14-point lead over Dio at the moment. Speaking of, so we have Power. Dio is in 8th, so have some points to be awarded between the two. As, yeah, everything is already opened up. I guess where we could look is down in 13.
Getting Anamera and Dio coming up on each other pretty soon.
Oh yeah, that is kind of slowly. That is slowly
Got
turning into a
F1
battle.
in between them right now.
We've gone 11 laps to our event here of round 2 of Long Beach, presented by Sabai Technology, an innovator in easy-to-use wireless VPN routers. As really the pack has thinned out extremely quickly, which is the exact opposite of what we expected, to be honest. I thought we expected a close race, but I don't know if people were ready. It doesn't look like it, as we saw lots of broken cars.
I feel like we'll get some more action probably mid-race after the first round of pits are in.
This is very true, we could.
Right now it's kind of get into the rhythm, get everything, figure out the strategy you're going to run, and then once you figure that out, people will start figuring out where they can push.
Yes, you are correct there. It's just a wild scene of events I kind of called from the beginning. There's already a lot of action with lapping. This is very true. All these crashes have caused lapping to be a thing early.
Shake up as far as that's concerned.
Definitely going to be interesting for some of these drivers. On a track where overtaking is not a huge ability, it'll be quite interesting.
Glasnost and Rapid Amplifier really close together. 7/10 apart.
Very true. We'll pay attention to this battle for a little while as we look up.
Last might be able to get him.
Oh, Rapid Amplifier spins and
Funny,
drives
barely
back
avoids
around.
him.
No! No, who is that? No!
Oh! That is such a bad spot for something like that to happen.
That is... Oh, that is not a good start. Oh no. Rapid Amplifier losing it.
Man, he's not even moving in the pits. What's going on? Okay, there he goes. Alrighty. Well.
very.
Got a battle developing here again between Kaladin and Ozzy. In light of that crash.
Why don't. The one thing here at CanAm VRL is the fact that each driver is communicating with each other throughout the race. That was not communicated properly.
No.
Whoever came flying in and absolutely sent the car airborne, I have no clue who it was. But that driver should have been warned about the situation up in front. There was no warning, and that has caused a massive crash to happen between some of the top drivers. Anamara's involved, for example, who, by the way,
to be honest, man, I sorry, go ahead.
Anamara started last, was up in, I'm pretty sure, 7th.
Anamara
is now in the pits. He was involved in that accident. Anamara was the one who ended up running into.
Yep.
He ran into whoever hit Rapid Amplifier.
Alright, let's go back to this battle. When it comes to tracks like this where you have this sort of close racing and potential for large crashes like that, unfortunately, I disagree with the caution ruling, because now you've got F1, 2112, Ratha, they're all 4 minutes down currently.
Yes, and now the racing is very spread thin.
Yeah, and there's absolutely no way, honestly, there's really no way for somebody to be 4 minutes down and catch up. And you just, with no cautions, it's not doable.
The one thing that is available though to our drivers is, in that situation, that should have been nullified, I think, right there, especially on a blind apex corner. I think the caution should have been immediately thrown.
Everybody should have slowed.
Everyone should have slowed right down. It would have been much safer.
So, it would be good if we had somebody that was kind of marshalling things. It's very hard to do, I admit, but
actually, can we jump on board? I just had a request, and I actually think this is probably a good idea. Can we jump on board with Stu real quick? And can we get an in-car lap from our leader here at round 2? Holy... that would have been the worst.
The worst time to jump on board?
Very would have been...
okay, enough for it.
Stu running 6.4 seconds ahead of
yeah, Stu definitely did. Stu was almost involved in that wreck as well, as Card Shark definitely pointed out, which would have been disastrous.
For sure. As Stu has already wrapped up 2 points for this event, as he was awarded the Lord Dragon KD award, as well as leading a lap in the event.
Do we know what lap that crash occurred on?
11.
11? Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
And it was who's Rapid spun out?
Rapid just lost it. Unknowingly lost it. Just see him spun out, yeah.
Do we know what turn?
The Indy corner. Indy left. So, turn before the airplane.
And what, three drivers or 4?
Probably 4 drivers were involved in the situation, blocking it a little bit. This is Stu, as I think this is one of the lapped cars. I'd be very careful through here with lap traffic. I would hate driving in this. Not that I don't trust everyone, but it is kind of crazy. Alright, perfect. We jumped on board. Got a nice lap.
Alright. Backside and see.
These guys are, they're absolutely flying. These Dollara IR12s are very, very performance driven. Oh no!
Oh, who was that? Was that Eraser?
That might have been Eraser.
Yep.
No! Yes, Eraser. No?
Yes.
Yes.
No wing. He has to go through an entire lap. Let's see if he can make it through without causing any more issues.
I think he'll pull.
Without a wing, that is impossible to break.
Yeah, it is. Oh! Who is that? That's Frank, I think. Be careful. It's not a problem. I actually think that some of that stuff is cool. I'm gonna add that to my list of things to do during a race. Is get on board with one of the top drivers.
Yeah. Or even in a battle, getting on the person behind.
Yes, could do that as well. Speaking of battles,
Callan and
Callan Ozzy.
Let's see. Let's finish this lap out with the Razor, see if he can make it through without causing anything, especially since he has somebody coming up right behind him.
Power coming up. Drivers.
And he's not getting out of the way.
Drivers need to really be paying. There's going to be a lot of, I'm sure, questions being answered or asked from this event.
Let's go for a cockpit behind on Ozzy.
Very close to in the Indy
seems to
left.
have taken a better braking line through there.
He's going to get right on the back. Oh, Caledon gets a very good exit out of the turn 11 hairpin. And also breaks that slipstream by jumping onto the inside line. Ozzy goes wide through there.
Ooh, yeah.
Kind of close the wall there.
I think we might have something developing between Doc and Animera as well. They're about a second apart at the moment.
That's true. Let's jump over there, shall we?
Animera looks like he's slowed up a little bit.
We have
cars, that's
lots
why.
of lap cars here. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. And that's going to be an issue for
actually
Animera
Doc
right there.
right in front of him right now. They were letting cars come out, is what it looks like.
Who's who?
I know right in front is going to be, I don't know who number 14 is, but...
It is a lapped car.
Might be, yeah.
Yeah, because look at
F1
everything.
is in the pits again.
Oh, here we go. Animera's on the inside. That has to be a push to pass? Can we get the Speedo up? Not a push to pass. Yes, it does.
Does it?
Does
Okay.
show. Yes, it does.
Gotcha.
Very clean. I think for sure Doc spun up the rear wheels. That's the only battle in the 3 minutes behind section. So
Go. We got Caledon, Ozzy, a couple of tenths apart still.
Oh no! You just That's not good. That's Doc into the wall. Unless that was a lag issue.
That might have been a lag issue. Doesn't look like he has any damage on my end.
Who is this? This is not a left car. This is Frank.
Yeah. We got a request for Cal?
Sure. Okay, we'll run through the order how we run through it. Definitely jump on board with that as is a battle, but
I mean, they've been consistently less than a second apart for quite a while now, actually.
Actually, Ozzy's gone by him. And Stu is pitted. Not 21, Stu has pitted. So he's averaging about 20 laps on those alternate tires. Actually, a bit less since we went cold for a few laps. 2 laps there. Stu's jumped in the pits. We're going to see what happens here.
See if he can make it out in time to maintain... Yeah, it looks like he's going to, I believe.
Yeah, big gap. Let's keep an eye on him. He's going to come flying out. Gonna be close with one of the lapped cars nearby. Not that close, actually. Stu jumps out for 33 seconds behind our leader at the moment now. Crowhop.
It is Crowhop, who does have the lap car of F1 in front of him.
Which, interestingly enough, this also grants Crowhop an additional point for leading a lap. has led a lap here at round 2. Lap 22 was his lead lap. So now into the fountain area. The lap car in front. Definitely lapped car. F1 will pull off the side to let our provisional leader, or not provisional leader, our sitting in
the
leader at
racer
the
will be
moment.
his next lap car to pass.
That's a big enough gap. I'm pretty sure if I've seen anything, Crow Hop will most likely be pitting here.
Yeah. You can get a couple more laps out though. That might be good for him late race for sure.
Let's see what happens here. 'Cause lap traffic is also a very big thing in this event. It looks like Eddie stays out. As well as
We got
Doc.
Tex and Doc.
Yep, Tex and Doc jump in the pits.
Like Crow has actually used one push to pass so far. I'm not entirely sure where he used it, but
Oh, it's however many laps, we'll never know. This would be a good time to be pushing though if I was Crow Hop.
yeah.
Stu is struggling. Can we get an eye on Stu? I think he's stuck by some lap traffic at the moment. He's not. He's actually out on the track solo. We're probably just trying to get the tires up to temperature.
I'm wondering if he's going to be on alternates right now. They do have to use one of each.
Yes. Use of both tires available.
We'll give it a little bit and then
This would
see what his
be our opportunity. This would be his opportunity to use the opportunity.
Ah, okay. So Card Truck says Crow staying out with more fuel. Stu has split his fuel and right stops evenly.
Fantastic.
Looks like Crow and Stu are definitely on different strategies. Crow is actually in the pits.
There we go. Leader jumps into the pits now.
Power going to be taking the lead.
And he does cross the line ahead. Oh no, it actually says he did not cross the line, so Power needs to lead this lap to be awarded an extra point. Another driver pops out of the pits there.
Ooh, got 3 in a row right there.
So can we get eyes back on Crow Hop really quick? Does he get a gun out of the pits now?
Looks like he probably didn't take that much fuel for sure.
No, that's full fuel.
Is that
That
full
80
fuel?
code? That is
70,
and there
so.
is Stu just coming by right now. Back, he will take on provisional leader as he is pitted already. No one else has, but now he has to deal with, by the sounds of it, some more lap traffic. Which is going to be a little bit,
He's 21 seconds down on Power currently. And Power is coming around to pick up his point.
if we see it, I think it's going to be a dive into the pits for Power, so that's a kind of loss of a point there for him. As Nurik will now pick up. Unless, wait, no, he actually might still
Power
if he
might
passes
actually pass
the pit
that line.
line.
See, we got a good view of it right here.
No, we don't.
Looks like
We lose
looks
it
like
right
he got
there.
it.
Power
He
will
got it,
get
though.
his point for crossing the finish line in the lead lap, or leading a lap. Expect to see Nurik probably in this lap as well, though.
Alright, looks like we got Stu is only 9 seconds down right now, so he will be picking up the lead as soon as Nurik goes back into the pits. And then we'll get a better idea of how our top is shaking out right now. Looks like we have Ozzy just about a second and a half, 2 seconds behind on Pro right now.
Very true, he is. As Dio has redeemed himself, he's now up in the 6th place. Not sure if he was involved in a scrum. I'm pretty sure he's already pitted, so he's probably, most drivers are probably at the moment on the lead, on the primary tire. The 40 lap tire are most likely what we're going to see a lot of drivers on this stint. You'll be able to tell by their lap times. Their lap times are going to be telling a lot. What we got. It shows the alternate. Do not believe that. We don't know in theory. The lap times will tell us the truth. There's a visual glitch visual bug within Project Cars 2 that doesn't show the tire in replay
Got
systems
Nurek in the
only.
pits. Don't believe he was able to
No, he wasn't.
complete the lap.
Nurek avoids his... Or he does not get his point.
He's going on full fuel and tires.
Alrighty. Pro's gonna jump back into the second position. Ooh. 27 laps done of our 81 lap event. Or in theory, 26 laps of our 80 lap event. Completed. The event is quickly, things have thinned out on a track where I didn't think thinning out the pack was going to be possible. It has been done. As we've actually lost another driver. We had 18, now we're down to 16. Who have we lost?
Indeed.
I'm not sure.
Looks like we lost F1. I think F1 might have retired. He was almost 6 minutes down. Yep.
You still in the Discord?
He just joined us in here.
Oh, speak of. I was
Tom?
actually gonna call you in. Good evening, Tom. How This has been one of the wilder nights of CanAm VRL I've been a part of.
This has been probably the most infuriating and frustrating night that we've had in a long time.
Yeah, that was quite an interesting. About a time we're an hour down, and I guess some server issues have been called as the issue now.
It's not specifically server issues. Not sure if it's something about this track because we had some other issues after we went peer-to-peer. But there's definitely some network issues. I know the West Coast, Verizon has some issues going on the West Coast. So there's definitely internet backbone issues going on right now that are probably playing part of it. But yeah, it just been a horrible day for me.
Talk us through what ended up happening to you. You pitted after, on the safety car in lap. What was the, what happened there? Do we know?
As we were coming around the hairpin, getting ready to go to back to green, driver in front of me had to check up, and I wasn't fast enough checking up on it. Got into him, which put me also into the outside wall on the hairpin. And as I was trying to recover to get back over to the pit entrance, car from behind came around and wasn't prepared for me to be there, damaged, and unfortunately I collected them. So yeah, pretty much had 100% front, 100% rear, 100% left side, right side, underneath, top side, you know, pretty much everything. Yeah, and it just kept going from bad to worse from there.
Right.
Yeah, quite an interesting turn of events this race has coughed up. Again, the big one being on pretty much safety car restart. I think we saw 6 or 7 cars lose everything. I think you
I think it was a couple laps later. It was the rapid amplifier spinning.
There was something before that as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. There was a bit of a schmozzle. I was too far back. There was a bit of a schmozzle coming through the fountain turns, I guess. I don't know. I came around the corner at that point just before the safety car was called. I came around the corner and saw either Ozzy or Anamera, I'm not sure which, sideways across the fountain turn, and I had to check up. The car behind me got into me as well because of that. And, you know, those kinds of things happen. You're trying to get 18 cars.
We just had somebody run off.
Someone has just boogie drive. There was Eraserhead, who's had a bit of a struggling event here at Long Beach. It is this track will punish you. I think that's one of the big things. It is meant to punish you if you make a mistake, and we've seen it now bite out a few drivers. It's thinning thinning down very quickly. We're losing we're turning to lapped cars more than anything. Just turn one seemed to be, especially on the start and then the safety car restart, seemed to catch a few drivers out by surprise. I saw a lot of locking up, and then ended up causing a lot of the collisions. Some drivers were a little unprepared for the event, but without saying that, it is nice to see a lot of drivers out. I think that's at least one of our good signs for this season.
Yeah, it's been a great turnout for tonight. We started off with 18 drivers. Obviously, we're down to 16. We lost Drizzy right at the 3 minutes 30 seconds prior to race start. He got disconnected, so no chance for him to rejoin. And we generally don't restart for an individual disconnect. We've had too many restarts tonight as it was because of multiple issues.
Yes.
We're way late getting this session started because of the issues that we've had with the network. So for me, it's just been personally all around frustrating from the standpoint that the impact on the broadcast, the frustration that all the drivers are feeling over the issues that we had and the restarts and being later than we are. I think for me, it just mentally drained me a little bit too much, and that was definitely, after the two collisions that I had right at the start, that definitely took the wind out of me.
No,
for sure. I have one question. So I know in sporting regulations there's only one caution event per race. When it comes to races like this where you have multiple large crashes, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, is this something where you think that could potentially be justified to have more? I mean, I know this would be a hindsight thing, but...
Well, we've got two problems there with that. We tried a race. We did an Indy 500 back in May, actually the same weekend as the real Indy 500, the Saturday night beforehand. And we decided to do, because of the fact that it was the oval and the fast closing speeds, we decided to, do more cautions. The problem with that is, number one, it drags out the time. The race becomes significantly longer time-wise. What we would end up having to do is shorten the number of laps. We have to consider the fact that we've got Stu, for example, is connecting from the UK. Race start at the normal race start time, it's like 3 or 4 in the morning for the guy. We've got the East Coast guys who are, starting the race. If everything goes according to plan, they're starting the race at 11 p.m. So we do have some time considerations. If we have too many caution periods, the race starts dragging out too long, you start seeing drivers drop off because it's getting too late in the day or too late at night for them. They've got things to do the next day, family commitments, things like that. So you start seeing guys dropping out before the end of the race, and in some cases we start losing drivers. The other problem with it is that old saying of cautions breed cautions. Every time you caution up, you're getting that field back together again. The purpose of having, the first 5 laps or so, within that first 5 laps in the sporting regulations, we do a caution. We do allow a single caution, just because we don't want, 2 or 3 drivers to have their race entirely ruined on that opening lap. It's also why when we go back to green, it is a single file restart rather than a double file restart, to try and reduce the risk of a secondary incident. And then after that, usually after about the first 10 or 12 laps, the field starts to spread out a little bit, and it really reduces the risk of collisions or incidents. It's not perfect. There's not really any perfect solution out there. Both have pros and cons. We had to balance the time constraint versus the idea of keeping the field as close together for as long as possible. And honestly, at a place like this, the sooner the field spreads out a little bit, the better.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I think my one thought being, would you think about doing something akin to how F1 does their virtual safety cars? Say somebody has a large crash later in the race, in order to stop everybody else from being collected up into that, why not have that driver call out a yellow and just have everybody meet a delta for a short period of time just to enable people to not get caught up in the action like that, and then not rejoin the field, but then just fall green and go.
I want to kind of interject into that really quick. I know you have an answer. The situation with Rapid Amplifier was just impossible to avoid for the drivers behind. So I don't know what communication was like in that situation, but Rapid Amplifier, in my opinion, needs to be calling that out, that he spun in a blind left-handed corner, which does have some speed to it. I don't know if that was called out, but it was extremely, and it collected 3 drivers along the way, and one just absolutely plowed into the side of who got caught in it. So I don't know if that was. Oh no, we have. Who is that?
Who's that? Is that
Frank? I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Absolutely lost. Oh, goodness gracious!
And that would be one of those moments.
That's some. Yeah. Well, again,
That's
you're
a
not.
blind right.
Yeah, you're not here to be able to communicate. So in that situation, was there communication from Rapid Amplifier about the fact that he spun?
Honestly, I don't recall. That is the reason why all the drivers are together on TeamSpeak, is so that they can call out the incident when they spin. Now, in fairness, there are times where it's hard to get the call out at the same time as you're trying to recover the car or keep the car out of the way. I don't really want to comment too much on it because I haven't seen the replay on it, and I don't recall, with everything I was going through myself, it's not something I can really recall if there was so much chatter going on. It's hard to say whether it was called out or not. It's supposed to be. That is the intent of why we're on TeamSpeak. Whether it was or not, I can't really honestly answer that right now.
Yeah. It's a difficult track. There's no question there. Definitely have to be prepared for situations like this. Again, some drivers caught out in just that kind of situation. I think it's one of the most by the looks of our calendar, probably one of the most taxing tracks, I think, for drivers, because it's just, there is no runoff. You mess up, you're in a wall.
Yeah, and it is 150% focus all the time. There is no rest. Even the front straight, where you would normally get a chance to have a little bit of a mental rest, isn't a straight. It's a long, sweeping right-hand curve. Even a lapse of concentration there, and you're into the outside wall because you didn't turn enough for that curve.
Speaking of, we have 2112 who's ended up spinning in the Firestone turn. He's gonna definitely need to jump back into the pits. Just I'm sure a bit of a frustrating night for some of the back end drivers.
I think it's been a frustrating night across the board. I think that's part of the reason why the concentration is lapsing. Like I said, we're about an hour later than we should have been. A lot of frustrations over all the server issues and network connectivity issues that we had tonight. So I think that really affected everybody's frame of mind, and I think that's why you're seeing a little bit more than what we normally would. Definitely not one of our better showings. We've run this track before in other cars. We've done multi-class here 2 seasons, and they've, for the most part, gone fairly well. But yeah, tonight was just one of those oddball nights. Definitely not us at our finest.
For sure. As I think we just witnessed Nurik absolutely take a dive down on power here for second. Looks like we have, as Calvin falls towards the back. That was actually a really good move, to be honest, in the turn 1. Very well executed. It is, though, and that's half the battle. Especially broadcast
sorry,
team.
I'm just going to interject really quick. 2112 has retired.
2112 has retired. Okay, he has. Yep. Can't really blame. Again, I think the broadcast team, we've been broadcasting for 2.5 hours before we ended up getting started, which a little longer than normal. I think we were about 50 minutes late on start. And that's just, yep. I guess that's what happens with online racing. Especially in these situations, sometimes things go wrong. It's nice we're going to be able to get the event in. Just a bit of a frustrating night, I'm sure, for the majority of our drivers here.
Yeah, it's definitely been frustrating, and for myself, this being being the league president for me, when these things happen and we have a less than stellar evening with the problems, even though there's not a damn thing anybody can do about the problems that are happening. It's frustrating for me, and it's somewhat embarrassing for me personally, because you don't want to have those problems. We try to be as professional as we can, and we want these things to go off without a hitch. So when these things kind of happen, and especially when we know that there's viewers out there watching these streams, or we're trying to have viewers out there watching these streams, I fully expected that most of them, when we started having the problems, have signed off and abandoned us. And I do want to thank the ones that have stuck around. Appreciate the patience, appreciate the fact that you're sticking with us. We'll get the race through. It's just frustrating start, frustrating progress, and a few rough nights for a few people.
No, for sure. It definitely... Oh, power into the wall.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Oversteer into the corner. Are there bonus points for lapping the field? No, there are not. I understand that Stu is looking like he's going to be doing that, but no. Definitely just, yeah. Not one of my favorite tracks. I can understand the frustrations coming from everyone. It is a very difficult track. Next week is, or 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks time.
2 weeks time.
Indy 500.
That's almost no breaks either. You got to be, especially if the pack stays together. You gotta.
I just want to mention this battle between Power and Nurek is actually giving room for Krohop to catch up. This might be a three-way battle here in a moment.
Power just tested his steering to see if he needed to pit or not.
Oh, it is. Yeah, battle for second is becoming a thing. Finally, let's jump outside of car. Let's see what we got. I want to see the distance from. Oh!
Krohop just lost it, turn one.
Oh,
Where
no.
is he?
He just spun at turn one. He lost the back end under braking behind Power.
Well, it looks like he might have gotten lucky and not taking some wing damage.
No, he
might
kept
be
it all
safe.
together.
That is lucky indeed.
Crazy moment there. That could have been very bad for one of the... I almost wanted to say top Honda drivers, but I'm pretty sure the Stu is driving a Honda.
Nope, Stu is in a Chevrolet.
Oh no, wait, this is all Chevys. I'm getting them backwards now.
Yeah, Stu, Nurek, Power, those are 3 Chevys. Krohop is the first Honda. Ozzy is also a Honda. Kaladin is a Chevy.
Looks like we got Stu going into
has
the pits.
just jumped into the pits. This is correct. As
Yep, this was definitely his last lap. Possibly had a 1.3. I'm gonna do a quick run through and see what fuel levels we got on some of the guys. Got 30 liters on Nurek. 8 on Power. He's more than good. He's got quite a while left. We should be seeing... Oh, yep, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, just want to comment one thing. You're talking about how brutal this track is, and I will say one thing. Granted, it's a simulator. We don't have all the safety concerns that real world racing drivers have, but driving this track in the simulator in these cars gives you so much more respect and appreciation for what the professional drivers of the Verizon IndyCar series, or whatever the IndyCar series is going to be called next season, new sponsor there for them. It gives you so much more respect for what they pull off. And when you think about the run that Alex Rossi had this year, his dominant performance at Long Beach, it just puts that into so much more perspective and gives you just so much more respect for what these guys do.
oh yeah, it's not even close to the amount. Like, it's just of course I try and give myself a little bit of driving time behind the wheel to kind of understand how things are gonna act and be kind of more prepared for this. It was hard, and to think of it being hard in a simulator where safety isn't a concern, and then thinking about real life, It is a lot of respect that these guys all do in real life driving in the IndyCar series. It's crazy. Definitely agree with that. We got a battle. Nurek and Power still. They're starting to slowly spacing out. Actually, quickly spacing out. Can we get an eye on Power really quick? Okay. He's
Like
really
just lap traffic.
Yeah, definitely lap traffic. Losing it a little bit on the exit of 11.
I think E-Racer just pitted. He had quite a bit of damage, and he kind of was in the middle of that. He was doing a fine job of letting all the traffic by, but of course you've got to deal with traffic. And looks like Nurek is hung up a little bit here behind Anamera at the moment. Anamera's running a pretty good steady pace, late entry into this series.
Yeah, aside from being
when
collected
did
up in
when
that
did
crash, Anamera has actually had a pretty solid race.
Yeah, he has. Long time member, long time driver with us, but he had originally planned on sitting this season out, but then literally the last minute today he decided, you know what, if there's still room, I'd like to race. So he's doing very well considering that.
Yeah, from 18th to 9th. You never know where
he was running 6th at one point, and then he had got caught up in an incident.
Yep.
Yes, he got caught up.
He really got caught up in
that one. He got caught up in the rapid amplifier spin in the Indy
He was
left.
the first one to hit him. He was the one that smashed him.
Was it?
Yeah, he was the one that absolutely smashed Rapid. It was either him or a racer that smashed into him.
I do remember Anamera commenting that nothing you can do when you come around the corner and there's a car in the middle of the track.
Yep. Yeah, I believe he was the one who absolutely T-boned Rapid and just launched him.
I think he was the one who ended up actually getting launched into the air as well. Someone got launched in the air. Someone came around that corner at full speed, didn't slow down, and just ran right through someone. I don't know. All I know is I think it was Anamera who ended up going airborne.
Yep.
But it looks like Rapid Amplifier has spun somewhere as well.
Looks like he's lost his front wing.
Yes, let's go. Whoa. Power kind of all over the place. Trying to keep his points together. Leader of the series right now after 1. He has led a lap this race. That's an additional point on top of that.
Well, the good news for him is the two guys that are in front of him on track right now don't have any championship points at all yet. This is their first race.
The closest is Dio, who's in 7th.
So
Dio's
Power actually just got passed by Pro.
Yes, he did.
Wow. Wait.
Took him down the main straight.
I think Power is nursing a damaged car. I think he's trying to avoid pitting. He's trying to stick to his pit windows. Just the way the car's driving, the way it's handling for him.
That's what I was going to say.
It's like he's nursing a damaged car.
So he's definitely falling back.
And interesting enough, he's losing it on a lot of exits. I noticed.
Yeah, let's see how much fuel does he have left? 16 liters. So he's got a couple.
I can't remember how many liters it is per lap for our drivers, but
it's just under 2.
2 liters.
About 8. Yeah.
I don't know that would be the wise decision at this point if he's losing time like this.
He has a minute gap. He has a full lap gap. So.
Yeah.
No reason to be worried.
It all depends on what his pit windows are. His pit
exactly,
windows are
and that's
for tires,
kind of what I'm wondering, and something I also cannot know. So.
And that got all changed up as well with the cautions. So with the caution period there, so that will have saved the tires, saved a little bit of fuel.
For sure, and
delays the pit windows.
He was running a pretty balanced pit plan, so he should be pitting again around lap 63 or 65, I think.
He's pretty much, unless something befalls him, he's been very steady so far this race.
If I'm reading this right, Stu is on lap 48, just started lap 48, so Power's on 47. He's still on the same lap? Yes, he is. So he's on lap 47, about to start 48, and he's going to have about 6 more laps of fuel left.
And we
Oh,
got...
who's that? Is that Eraserhead, I'm assuming?
I believe so.
I'm slowly starting to learn liveries. Slowly.
I think Anamera just pitted as well.
This is true. Anamera
Yes, he
did
did.
just pit. He is sitting in the pits at the moment.
We might get a battle between Ozzy and Dio again here in just a little bit. They got a 3-second gap between them. Slowly pulling it in. Looks like Dio might be running a little bit slow at the moment.
Yeah, Dio would be correct. But it looks like, yeah, Adam, it really sucks to see though. Like, for example, Rapid Amplifier, he's down 10 minutes to the leader.
Yeah, and that was my question about the cautions, because there's absolutely, I mean, once you get behind like that, there is absolutely no chance to catch up if you're that far behind.
No, you're right on that. But on the other hand, you know, this is our really, as a league, this is our first season doing this type of racing. We all come from that endurance racing background, so we all know that things can happen. Lots of things can happen. You might be 3-4 laps down now, but all it takes is for one incident and you're gaining spots again.
Right.
It is true, because everyone, since we are following the IndyCar point
Ozzy
system...
just looped it.
He did.
Doesn't look like he hit anything. Clear track. I think that was
nobody's
turn 9.
coming.
Yeah, it was the turn 9.
Yeah, turn 9. Yeah, looks like he's fine. He recovered. He's running away.
Yeah, it's just...
Ooh, we got a battle coming up.
Oh!
That was
oh, no!
time to pop on.
Whoa!
Come on, it's not letting me...
That's Nurik! He absolutely got...
Nurik and Prohop just had a big... why do I have a feeling that one's going to be flagged for review?
Yeah. Looks like he got squeezed out.
The speed difference between the two was kind of very big. Oh, it's Rapid Amplifier.
That was Crowhop trying to get across to the pits.
True, yeah.
All right. Well, I will say one thing: this track is not short of exciting things happening. Even if they are not fights for the lead, they are.
But that's that has literally put Power clear of anything for the rest of the race, unless there is a costly error.
All comes down to lap traffic at this point for Power.
Because the next driver who is not in the pit is 2 minutes behind. That's almost, we're looking almost at 2 laps.
I'm kind of glad I'm not on the other TeamSpeak channel right now.
Yeah, that one seemed very
yeah.
The speed difference between Anamera or Nurik and Nurik and Crowhop seemed to be a bit different. So, from the closing speed, from that very awkward camera angle of like 0.2 seconds, but...
Yeah, I only caught the back. I only caught it. I was actually watching, camera wasn't on them, so I just caught it off at the top of the screen, just caught the tail end of it, so...
Yeah, and that's all that was really on broadcast too, so we might have to go per driver replay later.
Yep.
And speaking of, to even increase Power's lead even more, Kaladin has pitted. So he is...
Well, Stu, I'm looking at the championship standings here. Stu, Crowhop, Nurik, Kaladin, none of them have any points on the board yet. So this is really going to open up Power's lead at the end of this race if he can hold it together.
Yeah, because it's what, Dio is second right now, correct?
Dio's in third, Power's in second, Stu is in first.
Dio,
no,
Dio is second.
Oh, in the championship.
Dio has 40. No, Dio has 40 points at the moment. He's second. He's 14 points behind Power first.
So.
Okay, so there's 40 points for Power as it stands right now, plus any lap-led bonus.
Which is
Dio. Yeah, Dio would get 30. So Power will open up that lead as it stands right now.
But as we can speak of that, the one thing we do need to keep an eye on is the fact that Dio has not pitted yet. We can get eyes on Dio.
He's got 13 liters.
Yes. So he hasn't pitted yet. The guys behind, which are Ozzy, Cal, and Crow, are all within 30 seconds.
Crow Up is back on track, and Nurik is just rolling down the pit lane, heading back out as well. Down in 6th and 8th, and Ozzy is in the pits.
Yes.
Who do we have coming through?
Now, Power's definitely going to hope that he can stay up front, because one thing we have to remember points-wise, the next race is a double points race.
Indeed. You know, the one downside about us doing peer-to-peer, I can't run the live statistics. So I'm kind of guessing
Right.
as far as where people are on the track.
Yeah.
I see a large grouping of people together, but I can't tell who it is.
Neither can I.
And also, so on your screen, Millsy, you know how you actually see the track
Power
map?
is in the pits, as is
Yes.
no, that's TextJet in front of him.
So on your screen, Millsy, you can actually see the map. I
Mhm.
cannot. I just see a bunch of dots on a transparent screen.
Oh, wow.
I'm like trying to go up the stream, and
Power's having issues in the pits?
I think he's just getting repairs from the damage that he was nursing, so that's going to take a little while.
yeah, very true.
He just had to reverse. That was really odd. Unknown, but not that big a deal at the moment.
Yeah. Probably just overshot his pit stall a little bit. Looks like Stu is going to be one lap clear of everybody. There he
Easily.
goes. Laps the entire field.
The only
Definitely
one.
a clinic by Stu for sure.
I am not surprised. He's part of the TX3 team, so I mean these guys are top tier drivers.
Could you give me a brief synopsis on what TX3 is? I am not
They're a racing
aware.
group that are like they're the top end racing group in the world.
Yeah,
Project Cars
they're
too.
one of the Project Cars based esports teams. As a matter of fact, one of his teammates, TX3 Storm, just want to give him a shout out and congratulations in case he happens to be watching. Just won the A1 Esports Project Cars Championship in Vienna this morning.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, these boys are quick. They're you know they're one of the top esports teams out there. So it's actually a bit of a privilege to have him racing with us. But yeah, it's pretty daunting to see the lap times he puts down.
Sure, I mean, his fastest time is quite up there. I'll say just in the race alone, he's done a 105.
Yeah, I know in some of the practice sessions that we were having, he was putting in high 102s, low 103s. Obviously
Ran a
light fuel load, but probably a qualifying
106.0.
setup. But still, just spectacular lap times.
So it looks like one of the guys in that's been hanging out with Stu's stream and ours said Stu is more on his own. He's just more hanging the TX3 title on his Steam profile.
Ah, okay.
As we know, about to jump out to lap 57 of 81. Or 56 of 80. If you shall.
You have to
Everything.
be like directly in the middle. So like that interface you see on the left, I have to be directly in the middle of the name. Power retired.
No.
Power is out of the race.
Wow.
Don't know what happened there, but that is not going to be good for him.
Well, Dio will pick up quite a bit then.
You still have to think he will
Is
acquire
Power
15th
still
place
in the TeamSpeak?
points.
Is there a chance that we could get Power in here?
Why?
Just 'cause
I don't think he's really going to want to be in here after randomly retiring. Because he wasn't pitted. So that's like the big question of...
I never saw him leave the pits, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Are we able to poke him and ask? Because entirely, I mean, obviously, it's up to him. I'm not going to force him to come in here.
I will jump over and see if he's still there and see if he can fill me in on anything.
Perfect. Sounds good. As the action has quite spread out now, with
I think Nurk and Ozzy are actually the closest people we have. About a 5-second gap between them. Actually, nope, that is a lie. Kaladin and Crow. Kaladin is in 2nd place.
Alright, I'm back.
Alrighty.
Yeah, it was, yeah, frustrating situation on that one, and again, one of the quirks of the online version of the game here as well. Power actually never made it to his pit stall because he ran out of gas.
Oh.
No.
And I guess he and Tex were sharing a pit box.
What?
Yeah, it's one of the frustrations. 32 car grid, 32 pit stalls. You have 18 cars on the grid, and you still end up sharing pit stalls.
That makes no sense to me.
Don't know why that happens, but it happens a lot.
So could he just not get into his pit box then?
Sorry?
He just couldn't get into his pit box then?
Power couldn't get into the box because the box was occupied by Tex, and Tex couldn't get out of the box because Power was stuck right beside him.
Oh,
so
man.
It wouldn't release Tex. So, yeah, we got a yellow flag on track here after exit of turn 5.
Looks like it's cleared up though.
Yeah,
oh wait, no,
ahead
ahead into turn 6, into turn 6.
Looks like Dio is spun in turn 6. Yep, there he goes. I can't see him, but I can hear him.
Yeah, I can't. That's the
camera is right above
I can't
him.
see. Whoa! Who was that? Was that?
Oh my, this is... And someone on the lead lap has also spun it.
Crow hop. Crow hop
Yep.
in the wall, nose first, turn 8.
Yep, he definitely has quite a lot of damage there.
It wasn't him though.
No, it wasn't him that hit him, I don't think. It might have been, I mean...
Nah, it was way too quick.
That is... Yeah.
Oh, there's gonna be lots of conversation tonight.
Yeah, the
post-race beef is gonna be...
beefy. Well, last race didn't have a whole lot of things to review. This race, I think, will.
Yeah, I think we'll be busy. Hey.
Just more... Well...
Like, yeah. And Rapid Amplifier is 12 minutes down.
He's had a lot of visits to the pits.
Yes, Stu is probably going to easily lap the entire field 3 times. Yes. This is true. Oh, he's about to.
Yeah. Well, we've got him on lap 62. Yeah, Kaladin is on lap 59. Stu is on lap 62. He already has.
No, he hasn't. He needs to lap him one more time. He's still in front of him, in theory. For the 3rd lap.
Yeah, it all depends on where they are in relation to the start-finish line.
He started with 8, 18.
On 14 and only 1 on lead lap.
Check his car after race. Don't think we need to. He's the only one who's kept it on the wall.
Yeah.
There's half the battle there. Oof. Well,
I think a lot of the incidents we're seeing are just, you know, again, caused by the frustration. People are overdriving a little bit, trying to make up time and catch back up, and that just tends to lead to more visits to the concrete.
For sure, but I would say some of them too might be communication, because there's definitely some follow-on accidents to them that not be happening per se.
Yep.
yeah.
It's great. It's great to call out a spin, but it doesn't help if you don't call out the turn number with it.
Yeah.
Very, very true. Eric is dropping positions.
He's back in the pits again.
Yeah.
Dio's just leaving the pits.
I think the one thing though, everyone's been pretty good about that safety car line. I'm pretty sure. So.
Yeah, from what I've been able to see, when I've actually had time to look at that, with everything else that's been going on.
Yeah, that was mentioned enough. I think everybody got the message on that one. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure some of that yawning and fatigue is kicking in at this point too. So.
We're not even driving.
As Stu enters the pits, lap 64.
That should be his
Right on schedule.
last spot. Yep, that should be his last
he's
stop.
leaving. He's leaving
This is the one
within a
thing, like,
minute
he's-
and 10-second lead.
He's definitely set his pits up very well.
Well, he's running the same plan that I had. Unfortunately, like most good plans, the minute you get into battle, they go out the window.
Yep.
Yeah, he's been fortunate enough to be able to stick to his.
Yeah, definitely starting on pole definitely saved him for sure.
Yeah.
Actually, that's something I wanted to mention, and
Oh?
I just never had the opportunity to.
Oh, we got
Stu
power.
had a very good lead off.
Yeah,
from-
definitely.
Like
He's
I
definitely got a
was,
good jump.
because I know code is, leader calls it out. It seems
Yep,
like he got an amazing jump off that.
Well, he caught second place sleeping, I guess. But he definitely called the green when he accelerated, which is the criteria.
Mm-hmm.
There's an acceleration zone, which we use the actual. It's nicely indicated here because this is actually an IndyCar track. So there is actually an acceleration zone that's marked here. If you watch on the onboard footage, as you come under the blue Port of Long Beach bridge, left-hand side up on the fence, there is a start sign vertically. That is actually the start of the acceleration zone. From that point to the start-finish line, inside that space, the pole sitter can accelerate at any point in time once he's past that start sign. So it's his choice when he does it. The only stipulation is the minute he gets on the throttle, he calls green, green, green. And from what I could see where I was in the back of the field, that is what Stu did. So apparently he caught the rest of the field napping.
Yeah, he got a very good jump and got out of all the harm's way, which pretty much, I think, ended up following him through, I think, 5th through the rest of the pack, kind of got caught in.
Doc into the wall. Doc lost his wing.
Doc lost his entire front wing there.
Stu just keeps going faster.
Yeah.
He just went green again. Yeah, he just ran a 105.794.
Yeah, he is definitely back on the primaries. Or alternates, sorry. Actually, I can see that on his stream. Yes, he is back on the alternates. I can confirm that.
It doesn't surprise me. You can't. You can't run those times. With,
Ozzy in the wall. Ozzy in the wall, right in front of the leader. Lost both front and rear wings.
No way. What?
Stu is fine. He managed to avoid again. But Ozzy was in 3rd place and is now limping. He has the right side of his front wing, and that's it.
Definitely, I'm watching Stu's point of view real quick to see what happened.
Yeah, Ozzy and Anamara both pit together. Ozzy's crab walking as well down the pit lane, so he clobbered hard.
Okay, I see exactly what happened then. Okay. Definitely just good reactions again on Stu's part. There's somebody's rear wing.
Probably Ozzy's. Looks like Doc is rolling back out of the pits again.
Hey guys, I don't know if you noticed, but me and TextJet was sharing the same pit stall.
Yeah,
I actually did end up calling that out, if I remember correctly. I said he was trying to reverse, and it said he had no fuel, and so I was very confused with what was going on.
Didn't know.
Yeah, once we saw that you retired, I had jumped back over to the other channel, and I guess you had just stepped away to get a drink, but the guys filled me in on it, so.
That's
sorry about that. It's frustrating as heck.
Yeah, but that's the way it is. I was just going to say, good night, guys, and we'll talk to you at the next race. And thanks.
Sure,
all right, thanks, Power. Have a good night, and we'll see you at Indy.
Okay.
Have a good one, Power.
Okay, see you later.
Yeah,
that's got to be the most frustrating thing in the world, especially with 32 pit boxes and that kind of thing happens. Oof.
It's one of the several quirks of this particular platform.
Which is, you think they'd work on that?
Well, you know, it's aggravating, but when you think about it, there's, and pick another platform, and I guarantee you they're going to have their quirks too. We know it firsthand. We run enough of them.
Yeah. Speaking of running them, I, for the first time ever, tried Race Room today. I know this is very far off topic, but it is actually quite an interesting experience. Like, it's a bit older, I know that, but a lot of fun. I don't know the multiplayer aspects of it, though, so I don't think it's viable for running. But
yeah, it's a very good platform. It's been around for a long time. It is going through some major upgrades here in the near future. They're switching it over to the Unreal 4 engine.
Really?
Which seems to be a very popular choice for Sims going forward here.
Yeah.
Trying to make it look pretty.
Well, GTR3, which is under the relaunched Simbin banner, is actually a subsidiary of Studio 3, which is the studio that makes Race Room. So they're doing GTR3 on the Unreal Engine, and then after that they're going to bring the Unreal Engine technology over to Race Room as well. One thing Race Room has going for it, it's always been considered the benchmark standard when it comes to game audio. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, I drove. Obviously, the one thing I'm not very happy with is you gotta buy everything in that game. It's iRacing without the subscription, is what Joey said earlier.
Essentially, yes.
Which I'm gonna second that opinion, because I was scrolling through. I'm like, oh wow, GT3 cars. I clicked on it. Buy. I'm like, oh well, that sucks. I think I ended up driving some Celine S7 car, and it sounded very real. Everything around it sounded real.
That is a very brutal monster of a car, and it was in its day. That was a very brutal, raw, physical machine.
Oh, so much fun though. Definitely good. Automobilista? I've heard of that one too. I don't know what that one's like.
Automobilista is from Reza Studios out of Brazil. It runs on the same engine as R Factor 2. And as a matter of fact, R Factor 2 and Reza announced recently that some of the cars from Automobilista, some of the more popular and more unique ones, will be making an appearance in R Factor 2 along with one of their tracks. So there's a bit of a partnership and a little bit of joint marketing going on there.
That's fantastic. There's definitely going to be some good games, some good simulators here in the future. I definitely can feel it. It's on the horizon.
It's a good time to be a sim racing fan. The last couple of years have been, I would say, the high point of the sim racing industry, and it's really come into its own. It's really grown, and yeah, definitely there's a lot of good things happening for sim racing fans right now.
Have you tried out ACC yet?
I have.
Ooh! Sorry, ooh!
What did I miss?
There goes Kaladin.
Who was that? I think that was Pro, or... Can we just start scrolling through liveries,
Kaladin spun out and he's lost his front wing.
No, he didn't
there was no
spin out.
There was contact.
It was
they got was
contact.
Okay. It was definitely contact.
Once again, misjudging his braking into...
You see, I'm watching that on your stream right now. I'm gonna play back.
That was turn 9 by the look of it.
Yes. I think Krohop just missed his braking point.
I missed the whole thing, apparently.
I don't think there's much of a delay between the two. Krohop is really being aggressive today?
Oh, no, I'm not even
No,
live.
I don't think so.
Krohop doesn't seem to have any damage from that, though.
Here, I'm bouncing back right now. I reversed the stream, so I'll catch it for you. A minute.
Wait, it might not have been... Like, that should have been damaged.
I'll clarify for you in just a moment.
Yeah, he seems very clean, but just positionally-wise, it seems like I might be calling out the wrong driver, to be honest.
Yeah, Krohop's got no damage, no sign of having had any contact, so...
Yeah.
It was I was really hoping you would have just scrolled through the liveries, Joey, because I would have caught one that looked the best for that situation. No one else is in the pits, though, so it could have potentially been Krohop, not Frank. It was...
Like I said, I'll get you an answer in a minute.
Okay. But no, it's only...
apparently it was Krohop. I'm going by the message that I received from Cal.
Let's see.
That one must be lively.
Yes, it was definitely Crow.
Yeah, I thought so.
100%.
It seems like he mistimed his braking zone into turn 9.
Right,
And
so
or
really close
Cal
coming
got
up
on
into turn 9. The Crow. Let's do. Crow shunts him on the rear right. Crow looked like he was trying to make a dive onto the inside and just
What?
misjudged it, it looks like. There was nothing to do with the braking zone.
The Crow was
Kaladin
on the
was going-
outside.
No, he was not. I just watched it.
I'm gonna rewatch it too then, because what I just saw was definitely not a dive up the inside.
Crow was directly behind Cal, looked to go take the right side of
Oh, he
Cal,
did.
and his front left tire hit the rear right
Oh, he
of
did.
Kaladin.
It looks like
That was on,
just do
in
a
my
little
opinion,
bit.
that was on Crow.
It looks like Kaladin broke a bit earlier than I've seen from drivers today. I'm looking for the sign.
Even
That,
if so, though. I mean,
yeah, it's still on Crow to make that. Again, that's the problem though. There is no lights on these cars.
yeah.
So if Kaladin's braking early or braking...
That, however, is not an excuse.
No, agreed. Definitely not excluding him from the mistake he made. But I think also that could probably be an issue. That happens every
You
once
know,
in a while.
technically we can do live replay. You just have to open up YouTube on your screen.
Yeah, but the stream doesn't see it.
You can make a different scene.
We're not gonna worry about it. Oh,
I'm just saying,
and
in the
there,
future you could make a different scene for it.
Kaladin has retired,
That is
which now puts.
unfortunate.
I'm very confused why
Yeah, I'm not sure.
retiring with under 10 to go. He was positioned
like
to
even with
get
repair,
40
think-
points.
That's
I
fine.
think that is a frame of mind retirement. I'll just leave it at that.
That makes, yeah, okay. Understood.
Yeah.
Well, that is definitely unfortunate. Oh, we already got something in post-race beef.
Like I said, I think it'll be beefy.
Yeah, it'll be beefy.
Glassnose finds himself in second place, although he's in the pits right now, and Crowhop's
He's
coming
coming
around.
out though. He might be able to
Oh.
maintain it.
Might retain it. I'm not sure if they're on the same lap.
They are.
Glassnose coming out, Crowhop going for the move. And
They are.
Crowhop gets
This
it.
might
Okay.
become a fight.
Oh,
This one's a
good.
fight.
Well, we have 5 laps left because of
What?
who's on the
What?
line. Yes. Stu is on lap
Five
76.
laps
Oh,
left in
yeah.
a battle for second.
77. So we have 4 laps left for these two to run. And Rapid Amplifiers
Getting
once
on board
again.
with,
Five laps. He's just starting lap 77.
Oh, this could be interesting
Yep.
because Rapid
I'm gonna
Amplifier
get
just
on
crashed
board.
here.
Rep. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
he got out of it, but wait, did he just crash there?
He definitely had damage. So.
Where is he? Oh no, he crashed in turn 5. Sorry, got a little ahead of myself. Couldn't see what corner it was.
Okay, I'm gonna go on board with Glass.
Yes, this is gonna be. Did Crow just pull to the side?
Yeah. Interesting.
Question mark? I wonder if he's like.
I wonder if that was something that was just called, just to go for it. Curious. Alright, well, Glassness is retaining second place then.
Well, unless there's actually a fight for the next 3
Right.
laps.
I have a feeling, given how Crowhawk just
No,
gave
he's
that up,
pulling.
there won't
He's
be.
pulling back.
Yeah. I think he just recognized the pace.
Stu
and
4
wanna
laps
fight.
ahead of field. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Alrighty, with 3 laps to go now. Rapid Amplifier 15 minutes behind. Oh, that's a long one. Feels bad for the guy. He spun out a few times, got some bad situations. Nothing you can do though. Props to him for sticking through it though.
Yeah, definitely props to all the guys that are finishing it up. I know the guys that did retire, myself included, it was for various frustrations or non-repairable issues in the case of power, for example.
Yeah, that's just terrible.
But yeah, definitely props for the guys for toughing it out and seeing it through to the end. Good for them. And I'm not going to say any more because I don't want to jinx anybody.
Yes. Hopefully everyone just keeps it all together as the battle, we're on lap 79. Actually, yeah.
Let's see.
It is correct. Second through sixth are actually very close.
Both Crow and Glass still have 4 push to pass, so there could still be some fight.
Oh,
Ooh.
almost into the back of
That could be
41, which I don't know who
because
that
then that
is.
would have definitely caused a pileup.
41 is Tex.
Yeah. By the looks of it,
I
I don't know. I think everyone's kind of checked out now. By the looks of it, because everyone is not really pushing each
more
other.
than enough gap.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just your top 4. No, yeah, 2 through 5 are actually all very close together.
Yeah.
Realistically speaking.
Well, in theory, second and third and fourth and fifth are close to each other, but
Well,
beyond that.
honestly, I mean, there's a 30-second gap between them, so relatively speaking, between everybody else on the field, they're pretty close.
All right, we'll jump on board with Stu here as we get on to the final.
Yeah, as soon as he starts his final lap, I'm going to go on board with him.
So to answer your question, how do I memorize all these?
Ooh,
For starters,
Rapid amplifier again.
rapid lost parts again.
Ooh.
I've always been a huge IndyCar fan, so I know the cars from the real world. But I have to look at that spotter's guide about 5 times a day for updates, so you get to know it pretty good.
Yeah.
For sure. They've both used a push to pass so far, Crow and Glass. Now they are down to 3 to go.
I don't think they're really racing.
I mean, they're still only...
Well, if they're both using push to pass, they both got 20. Well, Crow's got 22 liters of fuel left. I would think that he's pushing.
Yeah,
Although I think he's falling behind as well. Glass seems to have his number. Glass has more fuel on board too. He can push faster.
As Stu is on last lap here.
Yep. Yeah,
well, boys,
Stu is just evacuating his push to passes.
That's okay.
Stu is thinking to himself, well, boys, I've joined CanAm VRL for IndyCar racing. Let me mop the floor with you.
Yeah, he just ran at 105 too.
Yeah. Two races down, 2 dominant performances from 2 different drivers.
Very true. Very true.
Be an interesting season.
As Stu crosses the line and is the winner at Long Beach. Congratulations to him.
If Stu wants, we could do a post race.
I think everyone wants to go to bed, including myself. So.
Yeah, I think it's a little late in the. Well, it's early.
It's
in the
early
morning
for him.
Oh, now he loses it.
I think he was just goofing around a little bit. Alright, so unofficial finishing order would be Stu, Glass, Crow for the top 3.
Frank pulls out a 4th place, Ozzy 5th.
I have,
And
Amara in his
first pay.
return pulls off a 6th.
I have a feeling, though, that 3rd position is going to be in some question.
Actually, yeah.
Well, there's definitely going to be some incident reviews pending, I'm sure.
Yep.
So
I
the
don't know if you guys caught
results
it. We
are
definitely had
unofficial.
Had Stu run a 104.982 for his final lap.
Yeah, yeah. Alrighty, well, perfect. Congratulations to Stu. He will definitely get most laps led, as well as leading a lap, as well as pole position.
And a nice clean sweep there.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's another 54 points for him. Well, 54 for him.
Yes. Alrighty, guys. As it is extremely late, we are just gonna kind of cut it off here. Everyone's gonna get to sleep. Speaking of, I saw some time penalties there at the end there. Someone had some major time penalties. But that's Project Cars 2 thing. Thank you guys for joining and watching and staying, because that was definitely a delayed race. We should be done 40 minutes ago. But with that being said, we appreciate you all sticking around. Shout out to Lesson as well. I'm gonna call that out now. Hopefully he has hopefully he's competing well over at his event. Congratulations goes to first place Stu. Very dominating performance. And yeah, join us 2 weeks time for round 3 of the IndyCar Series. English. It's late. Let me have that. Round 3 of our IndyCar Series presented by Sabai Technology, which is going to be the full Indy 500 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 2 weeks time. See you then. Goodbye.